June 1st, 2026, Pride Month. The parades are going on, the social media posts are blasting, the celebrations are commencing. So I guess I'm just curious as to where Pride Month went. Where did it go? Where did it go? I'm just saying, where did it go? So first and foremost, happy Pride Month to all my Pride individuals. I hope this is the gayest month we have ever had. I hope this is the most gay Pride Month we have ever seen in United States history. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
People can shut the fuck
Ladies
up,
and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys, thems, and MAGA, welcome into the stream. This is episode 89 of Defend the Indefensible, where Trump supporters come up here and do what they do best. So first and foremost, before we get to the guest who clearly doesn't have any decorum, gonna need you guys to do a couple things while you're here. First and foremost, double tap that screen till the hard bar gets full. Let's get the likes up to 10K and beyond. Show the algorithm when to be here by also sending your daily heart me's if you have not already. Get us boosted out in the FYP. Knock out the 1 cent gift goes. The little penny goes at the top here, so we can also get boosted out there. And share out the live with your friends and family along with the repost and adding to your stories. Since we have the first guest, we'll go ahead and get this started. Prime, did you vote for Trump?
We don't support LGBTQ.
Prime, did you vote for Trump?
I didn't vote. I'm 18.
Okay.
But
Are
I
you
would
a Trump
have.
supporter?
I would have, yeah. 100%.
And do you regret your vote?
I literally just said I didn't vote, but I would have.
Do you regret your support for Donald Trump?
No, I don't. Do you?
Why is that?
God bless you.
Jared, your mic is hot, buddy. I'm gonna need you to take care of that. So you would have supported Donald Trump. Why is that?
Many reasons. He's way better. He's a way better candidate than Kamala. He gets illegal immigrants out of our country. We have some of the similar beliefs on things. Yeah.
You have similar beliefs than Donald Trump?
To an extent, on some things,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you believe that nukes can stop hurricanes?
Bro, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could. I haven't tried it.
They could?
I haven't tried it. Have I tried it? No, I haven't.
Do you believe
So
just
how would I
because
know?
something hasn't been tried before means that it's possible?
I mean, it just depends on the circumstance, right?
Hey, can you go back like this, right? And can you flex your back all the way around to your crotch to suck your own pee-pee?
Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Can you do that?
Why are you so gay? Like, with everything? Why are you, like...
I mean,
Are you gay?
I am pretty happy, but if you mean homosexual,
bless
then no.
you.
Thank you, Shauna, for the fireworks. I appreciate you.
No,
I
that's
appreciate those
just like
very
a
colorful.
gay-
I appreciate
you
those
could've done a
super
different
colorful
type
gay
of-
fireworks. Can we get some W's in the chat to Shauna for the gay ass
tried that,
fireworks?
haven't you?
W's to
You
you.
tried
I
that,
appreciate
haven't
it.
you?
No, I've
God
never tried to
bless
suck
you.
my own pee-pee. W's in the chat to you,
Oh,
also
you
Shauna,
definitely
for the
have.
gay ass galaxy. I
You
appreciate you.
definitely have.
So,
You definitely have.
point is, just because you can't do something, just because something hasn't been tried before, doesn't mean that it can be done. Especially if you look at the science, which
I said
ultimately,
certain-
the science that ultimately stops individuals from making an attempt to begin with. So
God
I want
bless
to
you.
see what other. Thank you, Zoo, for the confetti. I appreciate you. I want to see what other beliefs that you have that align yourself with Trump. Do you believe? Are you a Christian?
I am.
Okay. Do you also believe that you don't have to ask for forgiveness?
No.
Oh, why? That's a belief that Donald Trump has.
I said I didn't agree with everything. I said certain things.
Certain things, got you. And one of those things are that he's a better president than Kamala Harris, first and
God
foremost.
bless you.
Kamala Harris was never given the chance to be a president, so you
Yeah,
can't really
'cause she
compare
sucks,
that.
right?
Secondly,
That's why.
can you tell
That's
me,
why.
because you mentioned a policy, you mentioned his policies are better than hers in every way, can you tell me a policy side by side that was better than Kamala Harris's? Thank you so much for the
I
drums.
like illegal immigration. I like that he's getting illegal immigrants
immigration
out
is
of
a
our
policy?
country. I'm pretty sure he has a policy about illegal immigration, yeah.
Which policy is that?
I don't know. You want me to check for you?
I mean, you're the one who said there was a policy, now you have to check.
All right, give me a sec.
So did you lie? Continue to double tap the screen. W's in the chat to Devin for the $2 super chat. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to you, Devin. Hope you're doing well. W's in the chat to Egg for the $5 Venmo. 5 from your favorite Egg and Soul Glow. Thank you for what
Immigration
you do. I
and
do my
border
best.
policy.
I appreciate you. Did you just say immigration and border policy?
Yep.
What does that mean? What is that? Every
It means
president has
No,
immigration
shut
and
the
border
fuck up.
policies.
Hey, shh.
What is yours? What is Trump's?
Trump's is stronger than everyone else's.
Trump's is stronger than everyone else's because I
He
said
supports
so.
ICE.
Because
So
I
do
said
I.
it's stronger. Can you give me a metric to show
That
that
was
it
a
is stronger?
shitty Trump impression.
Yeah, I don't care to
Impersonation.
actually do good ones. Can you tell me a metric?
Oh,
Give
can
me
you
a
tell me
metric
why
that
you
shows his
support
policies are better.
LGBTQ?
I'm
Can you tell
sorry.
me that?
I'm sorry. I'm asking you the question here. I can tell you exactly why I support LGBTQ. I just need
All
you
right,
to
why do
answer
you
the question.
support them? What
Oh,
was your
wait, hold on.
question?
Are you conceding to the fact that Donald Trump does not have good border policies and none of them positively
No,
impact
he
you?
does have good border
Okay, so I
policy.
need you to finish that conversation, then we can get to LGBTQ.
Okay, yeah, we get illegal fucking immigrants out of our country. That's why.
Okay, cool. So technically,
That helps
every
you?
single administration ever would be doing the same thing. Can you give me something else?
Except he's done it better.
How has he done it better?
Because he's gotten more people out of our country.
He's gotten more people out of our country? No, he has
Yes.
not passed Joe Biden's 3 million deportation numbers.
That was fake. Joe Biden was
It
delusional.
was
as
fake?
fuck, dude.
What? What?
Yes, that's lying
3
numbers.
million
Those are
people
made-up
were not
numbers.
deported under Joe Biden.
Those are made up numbers.
Hold on,
dude.
hold on. 3 million people weren't deported under Joe Biden. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Yes.
So CBP
So
made up the
dumb.
numbers.
Yes, they did.
Do you know what CBP is?
CBP, come back pussy, maybe? I don't know. What does it mean?
Oh, that was really bad. Oof. So CBP is Customs and Border Patrol. They would be the ones who would have the numbers that we'd show for deportations, encounters, so on and so forth. And Donald Trump often cites roughly, or Trump supporters often cite roughly the encounter rate to show how many illegal immigrants crossed the border during his administration. So if you are to make the argument that Joe Biden did not deport 3 million people in his term, then you'd also have to say that there is no numbers to show.
Okay, so what if he did?
You'd
He didn't
also
run for
have to say.
president, though. I'm talking about Trump, right? He's better than Kamala.
You would then have to concede that there's no numbers to show that 10, 11 million undocumented migrants entered the country under his term per the encounter rate, which you would also be challenging by challenging his deportation numbers.
First off, I wasn't talking about Joe Biden, was I? I was talking about Trump, right?
You literally just
What's Joe
rebutted
Biden? I'm talking about
what I
between the
referenced.
people who were running.
Let me help you out again. So you said Donald Trump's policies on deporting illegal immigrants. I said, oh, so you'd be talking about every other president doing the same thing. Give me another metric. And then he was like, blah, blah, blah. And then I said 3 million were deported under Biden. Donald Trump hasn't touched that number yet. Then you said those numbers are fake. So you decided to engage in the conversation or my rebuttal regarding Joe Biden's deportation numbers. You decided to challenge it. And now you don't want to finish that conversation. Listen, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Just concede, and then we can move on to LGBTQ.
Okay, sure. Joe Biden deported 3 million fucking immigrants.
Good boy.
No. Shut the fuck up. Ever call me a good boy again, I swear to your life.
What do you do?
I will be at your house.
You'll be at my house? You'll be at my
I'll
house?
be at your house.
Trench coat? Anything under it?
Shut up. Anyways, why do you support LGBTQ plus?
I support LGBTQ plus because supporting LGBTQ plus is supporting America, and I support America.
How is that supporting America?
6,000%. Supporting Americans is supporting America. LGBTQ people also pay taxes. LGBTQ should be getting the exact same rights as every single other individual.
Wait, are you
LGBTQ
gay?
rights enshrined? No, I'm straight.
You're straight?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you act gay?
How do I act gay?
I don't know. You're just like, thank you for the gay galaxy, and you're
It's Pride
saying
Month.
weird
I'm
shit.
celebrating Pride Month. Straight people can celebrate Pride Month.
You're celebrating Pride Month.
Yeah.
Why do you need to support Pride Month if you could care less about it if you're straight, right?
I didn't say I care less about Pride Month. I said I'm
Well,
not gay,
you're-
and I'm supporting
okay.
Pride Month because I support LGBTQ people, which by then supports America. I went over this already.
Dude, I'm just looking at you. You look gay.
Tell me
Like that.
what
the
features?
hat.
What
The
features looks
hat
gay to
with
you?
the cuts in it. First off.
Distress. Wait. Distressed clothing is gay?
Yes.
Hold on. Are you saying?
Your beard?
Are
your
you
beard
saying?
looking like that looks
Are you
gay.
saying straight men don't wear distressed stuff?
Yeah, if they're gay.
Yep.
What are you laughing at, dude? And just your beard, just everything about you looks zesty as hell, dude.
He got a gay beard. That's a child. That's a gay beard. How does one have a gay beard? I don't have sparkles in it.
No,
I don't have little
zesty, bro.
braids. Rusty beards are gay?
Bro.
So hold on. What's a straight beard?
Everything about you just looks zesty.
What's a straight beard?
Smiling, the way your face is like oily.
What's a straight beard?
What are you talking about?
What's a straight beard?
Fucking like a short beard.
So long beards are gay?
Yes.
Yo!
Like,
Guest just said a large portion of presidents in the past have been gay. Abraham Lincoln was gay. Did you guys know that? Abraham Lincoln was gay.
My name is Leon.
Don't call back. I'll block your number. So, what makes you think that Abraham Lincoln was gay?
Dude, I'm talking about you right now. I'm not talking about...
But no, you said my short beard and a scruffiness of it makes me gay.
Yeah,
so Abraham Lincoln, because you said long beards, would be gay, and then his beard would also scruffy. So you're then making an argument for Abraham Lincoln and several other individuals to be gay.
No, he would. No other president was gay except for you.
No other president was gay except for me. Okay. Hey kid, go read a book or something. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to Cassie for the $1 Venmo. Caller is such a good boy. Yes, he was. If you guys want to support the platform, links in the bio. And those of you on the tube side, super chat and super sticker. Keep double tapping the screen, show the algorithm want to be here. Knock out the 1 cent gift goal. Send your daily heartbeats. Let's move on to this next guest. Dylan, I already know you voted for Donald Trump, and you probably don't regret your vote. You want to know how I know that?
How do you know that?
Because I just saw you in Parker's Live.
Bro?
Yeah. Aren't you tired of getting dog walked?
I actually dog walked him. I put that leash on him.
Yeah, I don't think you know what dog walks means, and I'm sure you're a fan of leashes. Wow. Tis the season, my guy. It's Pride Month. This is the season. Wear as many lashes as you want. So why don't you regret your vote?
Because things would be better, be worse off under Kamala.
Cool. Substantiate that.
I mean,
thank you guys for the follows.
Look at her history of California.
What does that mean?
You want to talk about racism and stuff? Them all black goes back to jail.
She what?
She sent all the Negroes back in jail.
She sent all the Negroes back to jail. Are you a Negro, sir?
No, but I'm saying if you want to talk about racism,
so how about you say black people then? How about you do that? Yeah.
Black people.
So Kamala Harris could not have sent Negroes to jail. Who can send Negroes to jail? Tell me.
Currently?
Who can send Negroes to jail?
Regular law enforcement.
Which branch of law enforcement?
Police officers. Federal agents
can't send people to jail.
That's the first line. That's
police officers arrest individuals.
Yeah, that's eventually what sends people to jail.
That is part of the process, but they don't put people in jail. Do you want me to answer it for you? Because I know you struggle in Parker's Life to answer bare minimum questions, so I can help you along in this conversation if you'd like.
I struggled.
Yeah, you did. So
no, I didn't.
Do you want me to answer the question for you, since you're struggling?
I didn't struggle.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to answer the question for you?
You can answer your own question.
Yeah, no problem. It would be a judge. A judge would be the individual who sentences that person, which would put them in prison for whatever period of time they would get in their sentencing. Kamala Harris was not a judge.
But she helped with the process.
Helped with the process? So Kamala Harris followed the law?
I don't know each case, but it had to do with it.
Kamala Harris was a prosecutor, and then a district attorney, and then an attorney general. So she would have been served in the legislative and the executive branch, not the judicial. So Kamala Harris literally is incapable of sending people to jail. She prosecutes, or her office prosecuted individuals when the information was presented to their office, and she had to follow the laws of the time. Laws that don't even exist in California anymore. That would arrest certain people for whatever substance that they were carrying. So congratulations, you just knocked Kamala Harris for doing her job. Despite that, she had the Back on Track program, which was a program for people with low-level offenses to get counseling, job aid, so on and so forth. And upon the successful completion of the program, you want to know what happened? Whatever record they had was completely erased, and they were able to return to society better for it. Kamala Harris did that, even when the law said prosecute the hell out of it. Ah, nice pivot. Oh, no, that's crazy. You had nothing, so you pivoted. So as I was saying, Kamala Harris did every single thing that she could for oppressive laws that locked up black men for having minor substances or little amounts of it. W. Kamala Harris. What else?
God bless you.
Thank you, Gucci, for the money gun. I appreciate you. Guys, if you click on my name in the top left corner, do your best with the gift growler. We're back in B League, which is a big W, but that means it's bigger and we're never going to get a fucking Zeus. If you got it like that, knock out what you can. I would appreciate it. Go ahead, pivot. Hurry up.
If she did such a good job being a prosecutor and DA.
Exceptional job, yeah.
She could barely win her poll numbers in California. Why do you think she win the president?
Poll numbers aren't votes.
God bless you.
I mean, even the votes, she barely.
If you really want to start on poll numbers, Donald Trump has the lowest recorded poll numbers out of any president. It's currently between 35 and 38%.
What about pre-Iran war? It was way above average.
It was what?
The highest
40-something% trending downwards long before the war in Iran.
No, it was 50% going upwards before the war.
It wasn't any point to where it was 50%, hence why I said it was going downward. Went downward pre-Iran, pre-February 28th, 2026.
And those same poll numbers were oddly going down too when he was running for president. And what happened?
What?
Who won?
Oh,
those same poll numbers.
Not you coming full circle about how poll numbers don't matter as you tried to use it to attack Kamala Harris, who got voted in to 5 elected positions. She didn't get poll numbered in to those 5 elected positions that she had. Also, I don't even care to entertain that. Can you say something smart?
So why didn't she win then? If you think you're glorious,
why did she win the Electoral College and a gross misinformation and disinformation campaign presented by your side, you included,
and the popular vote, 77 million people.
Donald Trump did not win the popular vote.
Yeah, he did.
Popular vote is 50% and above. He got 49.8, 49.9. She got 49 point something, a little bit lower. She got 75 million votes. He got 77 million. Oopsies.
That's wrong. He still won the popular vote.
No, he did not. The popular vote, once again, would have to be over those margins. You don't know how popular votes work. Damn, I asked you to say something smart and you just did that. Yikes.
Why are your
Thank you guys
people
for not
stolen by Musk?
What?
Look at your comments are saying stolen by Musk. Do you think it's stolen?
I don't know why you're going back and forth with the comments. You're talking to me. Is this what you do? You just really pivot when you're backed in the corner. Can you show? Listen, bro. I know it's Pride Month.
I know you don't have that many.
Can you show your
brains,
cis manhood? Can you show your hetero manhood, please, and just focus on
my
the conversation
manhood
right here?
My manhood.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you're a man, right?
I'm a lot more man than you.
What makes you more of a man than anyone else? Tell me.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh?
6 feet even, 187 pounds.
I'm bigger than you.
Thank you guys for the follows. What?
I'm taller than you, and I weigh about the same as you.
Being taller than someone else make you more of a man?
Yeah.
And weighing more than someone else makes you more of a man?
Going to the gym.
So height and so do I. So height and weight represent masculinity, right? Is that what you're going with?
Height, financial decision making.
Are you adding on? Okay, so height, weight, and financial status makes you a man, right?
Financial status.
Is that what you're going with? Or you're adding more?
Political preference.
And political preference. Okay, got you. Let's do it. Let me put this up here. Let's make sure we got a nice record of what you believe manhood constitutes. So
that's what you brought up. So we're going way.
Makes a man. All right. So we have height. We have weight. We have financial status. And then we have You said, I guess, political leaning. Okay. So, according to you, these 4 things makes you a man. Do you want to double down on that? Do you want to just concede and keep up with the political conversation?
Based on since the dawn of human time, those are the main. Since society and nature basically goes off those 4 points.
Got you. Cool. So, if a trans woman is taller than you, weighs more than you, makes infinitely more than you, and then leans, well, I guess your political leaning would be Republican, so that's what you were trying to say, and is a Republican, because there's a few, like Lady MAGA, that trans woman is more of a man than you.
No, because that's a fake man. That's not a real man.
No. Hold on.
God bless you.
You just gave me everything you used to define
God
a man.
bless you.
So I don't know why you're bringing fake
God
man
bless
into the
you.
mix.
You got to.
Thank you, Emmy, for the gifts. I appreciate
God
you.
bless you.
You got to define the man.
You defined
God
it.
bless you.
You did. You defined it by those 4 things. So I'm telling you, a trans man who taller, weighs more, makes more money, and leans Republican is more of a man than you.
Well, the definition of a man is you got to have the right chromosomes.
Hold on. No, that's not the definition of a man.
Given you
That's not the definition of a man. And I don't know why you're bringing that up now. You already gave me the definitions of what a man is. You did that. And now I'm playing with it.
You said, what defines a man? I gave you 4 points.
And you gave me those 4 points. And per your logic, trans men who are Republican leaning, which I'm going to nitpick that in a second,
and now you
would
got to
be
bring
more
a trans
man than
woman
you.
on.
Yeah, I decided because I'm talking about trans people, and I think it's important to have representation up here.
Yeah.
Hi, Emmy.
Dylan,
Back you up, huh?
Dylan, I've got a question. Dylan, I've got a question because you just said that. No, it's not. It's just because you're really funny, and Hector knows that I like funny things. So, you said that a trans woman who is not taller or who is taller than you, heavier than you, wealthier than you, and is a Republican is not more of a man than you because she doesn't have the right chromosomes. What chromosomes do you think I have as a trans woman, Dylan?
Were you born a woman?
I said I'm a trans woman. What does that mean, Dylan?
I'm saying, what were you born as?
Dylan, what does a trans woman mean? What does trans mean?
You transition from whatever you were born with to whatever you want to be now.
And if I'm a woman, what does that mean? To answer your question, answer it for yourself, buddy. Come on, this is just critical thinking. I know you can do this. Come on.
I'm assuming you're a guy that transitioned to a woman.
No, I'm a trans woman, which means I was assigned male. So if you're saying that if I was taller than you and heavier than you and wealthier than you and I voted for Trump, I wouldn't. What you said is I still wouldn't be more of a man than you because I don't have the right chromosomes. Dylan, what chromosomes do you have?
I have XX.
Are you sure?
You have XY.
Dylan, were you assigned female at birth?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so that means you have which chromosomes?
XY?
And that means I have which chromosomes, Dylan?
What were you assigned at birth?
I told you I'm a trans woman, which means I identify as a woman. Now that means I was assigned what at birth if I'm trans?
You were assigned an XY at birth.
Right. So would the trans woman who is taller, faster, stronger, has more money than you, and votes for Trump, also be?
I didn't say voting for Trump. I didn't say voting for Trump.
Oh no, you said political affiliation.
So we know what you meant. Yeah, don't play that.
So
Don't play that.
Just conservative.
So Dylan, also, how do you know that you have
God
XY
bless you.
chromosomes? How do you know that?
Because that was on the birth report.
Thank you guys for the follows.
Oh, really? Dylan, do you know if they put so first of all, your chromosomes are not put on your birth certificate. But if you do have a chromosome test done when you're a baby, do you know what that typically means?
I don't know. Enlighten me.
Dylan, how many people have a chromosome test when they're born?
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
Okay. It's only people who they suspect might be intersex. So if you have a document from your birth that has a chromosome test on it, right? Or there may be other conditions for it or like reasons for it, but typically they're checking for that that sex hormone or chromosome. during birth because of they have a reason to find out whether or not your external anatomy lines up with your chromosomes. So if you have that, Dylan, you might actually want to go back and look at it. You might not have Y chromosomes. You might be one of the few folks who develops male anatomy and still has XX chromosomes, which would make you intersex.
No, I'm one of the vast males that.
Okay, so then why do you have a chromosome test for when you were born? If your parents didn't suspect that there might be something different about your chromosomes than your sex characteristics.
It's just you should know what chromosomes you have as a man and as a woman.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing is that doesn't have no. They don't. It's called a karyotype, babe. That's the test that they do, and they don't do that for everyone. It's only done if they need to do it. So if you have that, bud, you need to go ask your parents why you have that, because I don't have that.
No,
Dylan, it seems like you don't know anything about this subject, but you want to talk about it an awful lot. You didn't even know what chromosomes you're supposed to have, Dylan.
I have common sense.
Not common sense if you had said you have XX chromosomes, because that's not common sense, because we know common sense says most males have an XY chromosome. So Dylan, you don't have common sense. You likely don't have XX chromosomes, but there is a possibility. And I would just say that if you don't know anything about this, Dylan, then maybe you should keep your mouth shut about other people that, are just trying to live their lives.
I would say he should definitely do that. Guys, can we gift Emmy? Can we gift Emmy a little bit more before we send Emmy back down? Because now I'm about to make this real hetero to make him uncomfortable. Can we take care of everyone? Quick question. Yes, go ahead.
Dylan, one more quick question. If a man is smarter than you, does that make him more of a man?
You have to define smart.
More intelligent, is able to argue their points better, and can debunk the things that you say when you're wrong. Would that make someone more of a man than you?
I don't know. Everyone's different.
Okay, Dylan. Because I would think that if a man is taller than you, heavier than you, things like that, that makes them a man, then being smarter, faster, stronger, all those things would make him more of a man. And it seems like I just you know what, Hector, maybe I am a man. Because it seems like I definitely think I'm probably taller than this kid. I definitely outsmarted him.
No, you're not. You're not.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I am a man, Dylan.
I think as a
woman, are you saying no, I'm not? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Men, wait, Dylan, you just affirmed that I am not a man. You just told a trans woman, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, to being a man. And yet,
you're not all those.
I'm not a woman either, Dylan. Which one is it?
Y'all can't have nothing, Emmy.
You might be a bit.
Dylan, you're confused, buddy. I'm sorry. you really got to go back to
I don't know.
Dylan,
what
I don't know
are.
if you live in reality, bud. I don't know why you want to have men and women's bathrooms and men and women's sports. What are you doing, Dylan?
Isn't that what you're trying to do?
No, that's what you want, Dylan. You want men and women's bathrooms, Dylan, not me.
She broke him. He's fucking broken, bro. This is funny.
All right, I'll let you guys move on. But Dylan, thank you. This is fun. This is a great way to start my Pride Month, Dylan. Thank you so much. You gave me the best Pride present ever. You made Pride already amazing. Yeah, thank you for being such a good ally, Dylan, and making Pride so good.
W accidental allies. Guys, if you're not following Emmy, make sure you follow her. She also hosts her own lives. Make sure you're taking a good follow at her. Emmy, thank you so much for coming out.
Can we get rid of the nerd and have a debate? Can we get rid of the nerd?
I'm a nerd too, so you just have to run. If you have an issue with nerds, I guess you just have to leave. W's in the chat to Sean for the $2 super chat. Sean, your message was retired. Are you running? Are you running?
No, I was saying she left.
Oh, interesting. W's in the chat to Sean for the $2. Your message got retracted.
I'd rather talk knowing
I guess
I'm right,
it's because of the language. But I saw a bit of your message. I think you said something about 0.1%. Scared of the 1%. Callers a bitch. I think that's what it said before it got retracted. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $2 super chat. We need boss music for this lashing. Do we need boss music? What kind of boss music can I play without getting flagged? Put some suggestions down in the live chat. Okay, back to you. So let me make this conversation easy for you because Emmy broke you in 0.2 seconds, and that was fucking hilarious. So you said height makes you more of a man, right? Got you. So if
generally speaking,
how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2". Got you. So if a 6'3" man, trigger warning, puts his hands on women, would you still say that he would be a man? Would you still say that's manly of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, got you. So you would still consider that
And then
person a man, despite the fact that they can go right and left
this,
on women.
I mean, I'm just going based off nature.
Got you. Cool.
Like
Hi. And then you said weight.
people who
You
go
said
to the
weight.
gym,
Someone who's
people
heavier than you.
who
Got you. So every single man who showed up on my 600-pound life is more of a man than you.
600-pound life.
Yeah, they weigh more than you by maybe 3 times. They'd be more a man than you, right?
Are they strong? Are they strong or just a bunch of slop?
There's a lot of strong men at that weight, yes. But hold on, I don't know why you're bringing strength into the mix. You said weight. But yeah, I guess there'd be more of a man than you. Financial status.
Height and weight.
I'm assuming by financial
directly
status,
correlated
you
to
meant
strength.
someone who would be. What do you mean by financial status? I need you to get more specific on that one.
Career driven, able to take care of their wife.
Career driven,
whatever.
take care. So men have to have a wife to be a man.
They don't have to, but it'll help them get a
Well,
wife.
you mentioned them having wives, so you added marriage onto the mix. So single men aren't men.
I mean, the end goal is to get a wife.
End goal is to get a wife. Okay. What about men who don't want a wife? What about men who just want to be single? What about men who just
Do
want
your
to have
thing.
relationships outside of the confines of marriage consensually? They wouldn't be men?
They're still men.
Oh, okay. So the only thing you would have is you say career driven. Being career driven would make you a man. Got you. So, hustler on the side of the street, going out every day, selling his mixtapes and all those things, that would be a man.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. And then political leanings. What political leaning do you have to be more of a man than other people?
Gotta believe in God. That's the first thing.
Political leanings has nothing to do with God.
I mean, the right is more God leaning than the left.
Yeah. I asked you about politics. You got to mentioning a sky daddy. Can you keep it on the ground here? Can you keep it in practicality?
The in God we trust is basically what it means, and the right
Hey,
is
I didn't
putting
ask you about your faith. I asked you about what political leaning do you have to be a man?
You gotta have common sense. You gotta have
I didn't
some
ask
sort of
you
some sort of
about
backbone.
common sense. I asked you about political leanings. That's what you said earlier. What political leaning do you have to be right leaning? What? Oh my God. Thank you so much. It only took
Either
you
independent-
forever to get there. Got you. So either independent or Republican, right?
I mean, have your own opinion, but at
So
least have
either
some.
independent or Republican, right?
Correct.
Got you. Thank you. Don't know why that was so hard for you. Guess it's that intelligence showing. So you have to vote for Republican, aka you had to vote for Donald Trump in the 2024 election to be a man, right? And by voting for Donald Trump in the 2024 election, that was you being the best man you can be. Is that correct?
Yes.
Got you.
The election was pretty. It was men versus soy boys. That's the election for you.
No problem. Got you. I'm a soy boy. No problem. So you as a man
I
have no
knew
issue.
you were gay.
Yeah. Soy boys aren't gay. That's not what that means.
Yeah, they are.
They're
It
not.
means they're feminine.
Every man should be in touch with their feminine side, I think. So there's that.
So you're in touch with your feminine side?
6,000%. Are you not?
No, I have testosterone. I don't have any feminism in me.
Do you think, what makes you more feminine? Because you mentioned testosterone. What is that other one?
What makes you more feminine?
Yeah, what's
You
that
have
other?
estrogen. my guy.
Estrogen. Got you. So do you think you have no estrogen?
I mean, everyone has estrogen.
Oh, everyone has estrogen. So then there would have to be more than that for you to say that I'm more feminine, right?
What I'm saying is there's less testosterone, more estrogen in the liberal mindset. They go based off emotions and not based off what can I do to conquer the day? What can I do to make my life better?
Emotions is exactly how you would determine how you're going to conquer the day.
No, 'cause if
Emotions
you
lead to planning. Emotion leads to action.
Emotion leads to depressed people, not getting stuff done, lazy. When you go based off of emotion, but if you go based off discipline, you get stuff done.
There's no discipline. There's no emotion in discipline.
So if you cry all day, you think you're gonna get something done?
Crying isn't emotions. There's several different emotions.
I mean,
Not to mention, you can cry for things other than sadness and depression. You can happy cry. You can shock cry. You can laugh cry.
I mean, do you think crying as a man is acceptable?
Statistically, yes. Men who cry
So
more are more emotionally intelligent.
Shows you're weak-minded, my guy.
Sure, buddy. So let's get back to you, because you clearly didn't know what estrogen, the significance of estrogen in men and everything else that constitutes one. But according to you, real men would have voted for a civilly liable sexual assaulter who bragged about walking into the changing room of underage girls. Men who talked about grabbing women by the ussy, they don't even wait. They also would have degraded them by calling them piggies, talking about bleeding out their hoo-haws, challenging the blackness of one in the 2024 election, and bragging about doing whatever he can to protect women, whether they like it or not. That to you constitutes a real man?
Free speech is free speech.
I didn't ask you about free speech. I asked you about, by your definition, what would make a real man. So everything I just laid out to you, according to your line of logic, real men degrade women, and real men support other men who degrade women.
No, they don't degrade women.
What do you mean no?
They,
no, they do. That's what you just said.
No, they stand up.
You
they
said
don't go against
the
their honor.
2024 election was between soy boys and men. So men vote for Trump. Soy boys voted for Kamala Harris. Thank you so much, TN Girl, for the finger hearts. Thank you, Emmy, for the mustaches. I appreciate you. And soy boys vote for Kamala. Real men vote for Trump. And Donald Trump did all the things that I mentioned, and then some that I didn't. So your line of logic is real men degrade women, and real men support others who do the same.
I didn't say anything about degrading women.
You said you vote for Donald Trump, and real men vote for Donald Trump, and his entire political career has been degrading women. Degrading women wasn't a line for you. And that's what real men do. Real men don't have any lines when it comes to how men treat women and how they support him.
You can still support somebody even based off what they do. I go based off policy.
Oh.
I mean, there's plenty. There's plenty.
This is a whole new layer. There's a whole new layer here. I got you. So the new layer.
There's plenty of people that
real men don't care about what you do in your personal life, only about policy, right? Your personal life has absolutely nothing to do with your policy, right?
The past is the past,
right?
There's plenty of people that I support that degrade women.
You're really bad at answering questions. So I'm going to go ahead and make this clear. Real men don't give a shit about a man's personal life, only about the policies.
God bless you.
I mean,
Thank you, Emmy, for the crowd.
People voted for.
I know what. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you about 77 other million people's opinions. I am asking you about your opinion. Okay?
I'm one of those 77 million people.
So yes or no? Real men support men and have nothing to do with their personal life, only about their policies, right? They don't care about their personal life, right?
The past is the past. I don't care about what they did.
The past is the past? Okay.
The past is the past.
We are 163 days overdue of Donald Trump releasing the Epstein files, unredacted, save the victims' names.
He released more files than Obama and Biden.
None of those presidents under the law could have released any of those files up until September of 2025, when the final packages, I'm saying packages, I'm forgetting the legal terminology right now, were unsealed by a court. Hence why Donald Trump even had the opportunity, on top of the pressure from Republicans and some Democrats, through a discharge petition, to force him to sign the bill into law after it passed the House and unanimously went through the Senate. And now Donald Trump is 163 days overdue of giving those women justice. Pam Bondi, his previous attorney general, or head of the Justice Department, just testified and then tried to blame it all on Todd Blanche, despite the fact that every single order that her, Todd Blanche, and everyone else in the FBI or DOJ would have been given would have been directly under the orders from Donald Trump.
My point
and that's recent. So you decided to try and go back to the past. Some of those things that I mentioned happened within the last week, last month, last couple months. So that's very current.
He's been fully transparent about it, though.
No, he is not.
Yes, he has.
How is he fully transparent about, first
All
off,
the
denying the fact that it existed and saying it was a Democratic hoax? We went from a Democratic hoax to signing it into law and then releasing the files. How is that transparency?
because what are they now? They're released, right?
No, they're not.
Most of them are.
No, they're not. Not properly. Not per the law he signed.
What's per the law he signed?
Save the victims' names, which when they did release some files, they put those victims' names out and exposed them to harm.
And I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was linked to those crimes, which is why
Donald Trump would be protecting his associates. Jeffrey Epstein is dead, dumbass. We're talking about the people who are alive, the people who supported his trafficking ring.
Yeah, and I fully support going after them.
No, you don't, because if you fully support going after him, you would have never voted for Donald Trump, and you wouldn't be supporting him today, because he's currently the one and who's presiding over the departments that are obstructing justice for the victims of Epstein. But that's what real manhood means to you. So I'm not surprised that you're continuing to do it. Maybe you should try being a piece of shit. I think you said you're not being a piece of shit. I think you said you're 26, 27 on Parker's Live, which means you are far too goddamn old to be this gross.
How old are you?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Also, make sure you're sharing out the live with your friends and family. Consider repost and adding to your story. Let's knock out the finger hearts. There's 44 more of those to go. If you want to be a super fan, by all means, it's too expensive here. Subscribe to the YouTube or the Discord community. Discord is free. You can become a membership. And of course, the best ways to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. Whether you want to follow me on all social media platforms at Hector Talks with 2 R's on Instagram and YouTube that we'll do a streaming to right now. Join the Discord community, to which we're over 700 members strong. Getting yourself some merchandise off the merch shop at hectorshops.com with 2 R's, or finally donating directly to the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you can send a super chat or a super sticker. Also, hit the like button on the stream, subscribe to our notification bells, and let's move on to the next guest. M.
Hello.
I'm just going to call you 48. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
And do you regret your vote?
I do not.
Why is that?
I felt like he said the things that said he was going to do, he's done. But the reason that brought me up here is I was curious. I'm assuming that you voted for Miss Harris.
Yep.
Do you believe that she would have been able to uphold the rule of law better than Donald Trump has thus far?
6,000%.
Now, do you still feel the same way in those cases where they withheld exculpatory evidence when she was district attorney? And then also when she was attorney, there was numerous cases where their office withheld exculpatory evidence, and numerous cases that could alter the jury's decisions. But then there was another opportunity when she was attorney. Well,
give me one. Give me one case.
Attorney General. Attorney General in particular.
You could just give me a case.
She failed to comply with the Supreme Court's order to reduce the California's prison population, and California was almost held in contempt.
Yes, you were talking about when she was an Attorney General. There was a 2-year legality battle, right?
Yes, I mean, if she couldn't follow the Supreme Court's rule,
yeah, there were several
how could she have done a better job?
The fact that the Attorney General directly responds to the governor and his request.
But she was the one that was responsible for reducing the prison population as well.
Yeah, she still had to answer to someone.
Her office was responsible
was arguing the
for doing
legality of it and the issues surrounding getting them out. There's a lot of red tape involved.
But I mean, if she failed to comply with the Supreme Court order, how do you think she would have done a better job at upholding the rule?
She didn't fail to comply. She very much did comply. You'd be complaining about the date.
Oh, my apologies. She eventually
was almost
complied.
held in contempt. Sure. Again, there was a legal battle. They were arguing the metrics of how they were going to do it, where they were going to go, so on and so forth. Inevitably, they complied. It just took some time. You got anything else?
No, I was just curious on what your thoughts were to that. What about when she was district attorney and they were withholding exculpatory evidence? I can give you the exact cases. Give me one sec.
Cool. Oh, guys, double tap the screen. There's 510 of you in here. Let's get the likes up to 100K within the next couple of minutes. We're about 13 minutes away, 12 minutes away, actually, from getting to an hour. We try to do 100K 1 hour. So show the algorithm you want to be here and do all the good things. Please make sure you're sharing out the live with your friends and family as well. Repost the live and add it to your story. Let's keep these conversations going. Get us boosted on the FYP. Send your daily heartbeats if you haven't already, or consider becoming a fan club member.
One was the George Gage, and then the Kevin case.
Kevin Cooper?
Yeah, Kevin Cooper.
Okay. What was the issue with Kevin Cooper?
Well, I don't know the in-depth analysis in regards to each case.
I do.
I know the overview. Oh, please explain them to me.
Kamala Harris did not review the evidence that would have allegedly freed an innocent man because it was done time and time again before her. And even afterwards, it was still shown that he was guilty. Do you know who Kevin Cooper is? Like what his crimes were?
Not familiar.
Cool. Broke out of prison, raped a white girl. And then the last case that landed him in, the one that you're specifically referencing, is where he
I don't think
broke into a home.
her race
He broke into
really
a home.
is a factor here.
I don't know why you'd care that I mentioned her race. I just said it.
I don't think it's necessary to say. I think she raped a woman.
I mentioned that she's a white girl.
It's sufficient
Now
to
what?
say. It's sufficient to say a woman.
It's sufficient to say whatever she is. It doesn't matter. Why are you nitpicking because I mentioned the fact that she's white?
I'm just saying. I don't
do you
think it's
think? Do
necessary
you think
to
I
point
mentioned
out
the fact that
white.
she's white because it's more significant based off her race?
I don't. I'm black.
Okay, so then why the fuck do you care that I mentioned her race?
I just don't think it's necessary.
Are you one of those race sensitive people?
Not even a little.
Do you
bit.
get uncomfortable when people say black and white?
No, I think.
But you just did.
I just don't.
It was
think it's
unnecessary that you mentioned her race. Why do you have to mention her race?
I don't
Her
think
race
it's
is not a
necessary.
factor. I never said it was a factor. I just said it.
Well, you said it like it was.
Hey, how much water do you drink a day?
Over a gallon. How about yourself?
How much water is it? What kind of water is it?
What do you mean? What kind of water is
What
it?
kind of water is it?
I mean, typically it's an Evian bottle every day, and then I drink a gallon of regular water.
Okay. Did it matter whether it was Evian water or not?
No.
Does you mentioning that it's Evian water negate the fact that you were drinking water and you should drink more?
No.
Okay, then. So
Well, I
getting
shouldn't
hung up
drink
on
more.
stupid
Technically,
shit.
if I drink more,
So
then
getting
I'd
hung
be
up on
sick. It'd
stupid
be
shit makes
toxic.
no sense whatsoever. So don't worry about her race, my guy. I just said she was white.
It would
Jesus
just be
Christ.
toxic.
So anyways,
I
after
just
he
wanna
went
make
ahead-
sure that
so
you're
after he went ahead
defending-
and raped that white
I
girl,
just-
he then moved on. He then moved on to broke into a family, I believe 4 or 5, and he yeeted all of them except one, or he tried to, but that boy survived. Messed up his throat. That's the man that you want freed.
No, I mean that's just one example. But I mean, it's numerous cases where she was trying to uphold
And
convictions.
your one example that you
without
brought
the
up,
without
you
the
want a
exculpatory
criminal?
evidence. I brought up another example,
Freed.
but you didn't touch on that one.
Sure, who's the other guy? I can debunk that too.
Something to debunk. These are facts.
Yeah. I just debunked that first fact that you made. So go ahead and give me another one.
Daniel Larson.
Daniel Larson or Arson?
Larson.
Larson. What is this case? Are you looking this up in real time, my guy?
I told you I wasn't familiar with all the cases. I'm just familiar with the general topic of Kamala Harris withholding exculpatory evidence.
So you're familiar with talking points and headlines.
Well, it's a
Did
fact.
you really
Is
come
it
up
not?
to a
Is it-
TikTok
is it not a-
platform
is it not a
with a
fact?
combined 650
You
people
can-
watching
hold on, you can
and bring
focus
up a
on the
bunch of
minutia,
cases
the-
that you
you
don't
can
even know
focus-
about?
You can focus on the minutia, but the
The
problem
minutia?
is
Hold on. You
is-
literally came up here to argue with me that Kamala Harris would not have upheld the law based off of this case or this factor. I'm asking you about the factors, and it seems like I'm spending more time educating you on the arguments that you made versus you actually substantiating your point.
It's not an argument that I'm making. It's a fact that I'm claiming.
It's a fact that you
it's a
can't
fact.
even articulate. You're
It's a
Googling
fact
this
that's
in
been-
real time.
Because you wanted the specific details to each case. If you
Because
want all
if
the
you're-
specific details, I gotta look it up for you, buddy. I don't know what you want. I told you what she did, and I want you to say why it's okay. Why you think she would have done a better job. Now
MAGA.
you had an example for the one.
MAGA.
Now you said you have another example for the next.
MAGA.
So then give me the examples.
MAGA.
Problem solved.
MAGA,
It doesn't matter what it is or what it
I would
is.
greatly appreciate it, MAGA, if from this guest onward, please, can you guys bring your best? Like, I don't know. Is it Pride Month that put like more soy in your drinks or whatever that you guys can't think properly today? I just need a better batch of Trump supporters to argue. That's all. That's all.
Even though
so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this game.
The rule of law
I need you to articulate how she failed to uphold. I need you to articulate how she failed to uphold the law.
That's what I'm getting.
I need you to articulate how you keep saying that and you didn't even know the cases that you're talking about. Did you just fucking run?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Damn, I'm good at this. Sean, did you vote for Trump? Or no, not Sean, the Stig.
I did not. I am a Harris and I voted for one. Very proudly.
Thank you. Trump supporters only, request up in the box, please. Trump supporters only, request up in the box. Sean, did you vote for Trump? Sean, did you vote for Trump? I think that was an accidental request. Trump supporters request up in the box. The only one in there is Dylan currently. We already dealt with him. I'm not doing that again. My point is proven. You guys got to stop trying to argue with intelligent people. Try to at least make, somewhat reach someone's level of intelligence and then try to argue with them. Coming up here and arguing cases that you don't even know and you have to Google. Thank you, guys. That you have to Google in real time is fucking crazy. Arguing cases with someone that you have to Google in real time is crazy. Honestly, Adam, I need to do that. I'm going to be wishing every single one of them a happy Pride Month. And happy Pride Month to you guys, too. Happy Pride Month to you guys as well. So this is a story I wanted to go over with you guys.
God bless you.
Thank you, Jay, for real, for the sweet scoop. I appreciate you. Let me put this up on the screen for everyone to read because I think this is one hell of a blow to land on the Trump administration on the first day of Pride Month. This is one hell of a blow. And let me get this up on the screen for you guys to see once it stops acting up. Hold on. Trying not to get that stupid flag. So let me do this. Oh. So, this was determined by an appeals court. Pentagon policy illegally banned transgender troops from military service. Appeals court panel rules. Pentagon policy illegally banned transgender troops from military service. A divided panel of federal appeal court judges ruled on Monday in another legal setback for President Donald Trump's sweeping agenda. The majority opinion by a 3-judge panel from the U.S. District Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit held that the Trump administration's policy was designed to exclude people from the military based off their gender identity. The ban remains in effect. The U.S. Supreme Court allowed the Pentagon to start enforcing it last year as litigation continues to play out. The panel's new ruling would keep the military from kicking out current service members named on the lawsuit, but wouldn't allow new transgender recruits to join, which is fucking crazy. The judges put their decision on hold, though, to let the administration seek further review. The appeal court panel's 2-1 decision partially upholds a March 2025 ruling by U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes in Washington, D.C. Reyes concluded that Trump's executive order to exclude transgender troops from military service likely violates their constitutional rights. The administration appealed after Reyes issued a preliminary injunction requested by attorneys for several transgender people who are active duty service members and others seeking to join the military. The appeals court majority decided that the injunction should be narrowed down to the plaintiffs currently serving in the military, but not those trying to enlist. I have a couple problems with that. First and foremost, I don't want to take away from the win that is, but I have serious problems with the fact that if you're saying these people's rights were violated, what basis would you have to stop transgender people from joining now? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All of that should be undone. But let's get back to it. W's in the chat to the win for transgender people serving in the military. We're hoping to expand some more for the rest of this Pride Month. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I would like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. And they said nothing about giving benefits to the military that already got dishonorable discharges. Yeah, this is not enough. Like I'm saying, this is a slight win because this is a step in the right direction, but it's really not. It's like overall it's kind of bad, but it's a start. It's a start. What is this person yapping about? Why are unemployment rates higher in blue states? Sure. Give me a state. Let's compare it. Come up here, buddy. In fact, I'll make it much easier for you. Never mind. They already muted you. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are yapping. Don't yap. Don't yap. Be a man. During this Pride Month, be a man. Have some balls. Request up in the box or call them the number on screen. Oh, this is the message that I posted in the Discord today. I'm going to read it to you guys. And I cite this often. I said, a Trump supporter told me a few weeks ago one of his biggest reasons for supporting the Cheeto-in-Chief is because he canceled Pride Month. So in light of that, I hope this is the gayest Pride Month we've ever seen in United States history. I hope y'all paint your nails in rainbows. I hope y'all wear the boldest, brightest colors. I hope y'all explore your sexuality. I hope where it's safe, more people come out. I hope y'all get your Gucci's ate. I hope y'all consume tons of soy and boba. I hope y'all tip, touch, and scissor your way through June safely. As Amanda Informed would say, and I'm revising the last half for legal reasons, be gay and get into some good trouble. And I meant that shit. I meant that shit. I hope, if you're a straight man, I hope you turn gay for the whole month. I hope you go start bending everybody over, touching tips, sucking it up, and I hope come July the 1st, you go right back to being straight. This needs to be the gayest Pride Month we've ever seen in United States history. I mean that shit. A bunch of letters. Did you vote for Trump?
Why you running from me, bro? You soft ass.
Who are you?
My other account, because you scared to debate me?
Oh, is your name Dylan?
Yeah, you scared.
Do you have a humiliation kink?
Why you scared? Why you had to kick me?
Do you have a humiliation kink?
No.
Clearly you do if you're back. Jack, did you vote for Trump? He ran in 2 seconds. That has to be one of the fastest concessions I've ever seen. Damn, I can't pronounce things, bro. That has to be one of the fastest concessions I've ever seen. You can't debate Dylan? There you go, Ann. I just sent you the invite. Come up here. Be Dylan's voice. Come up here, Anita. Be Dylan's voice. It's your turn. Your turn to get the smackdown. Those of you on the YouTube side, please make sure you're hitting the like button on the stream. Consider becoming a subscriber. Turn on notification bells. We do have memberships over there as well. You may become a member if you want to support the platform that way. You get access to the subscriber space in the Discord, exclusive discount codes off all the merch in the shop, and a few other perks that you may use as well. To those of you who would like to become a member over there. MAGA Kinks are coming out for Pride Month. They're going to happen all month. They're going to be pretty bad all month. We're going to hear the ramping up of people calling me gay, asking me what my preferences are, how I like it. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I can't wait to see Grindr's numbers in Republicans. In Republican cities, in Republican states, I cannot wait to see Grindr's numbers shoot up, bro. It's going to be one of the best things ever. Hector, did your new merch come yet? I have no idea. I don't think so. I haven't got anything. So at the latest, some of it was supposed to come today. And then the rest of it was supposed to come tomorrow. But I literally don't have an update on those samples. I'm not happy about it. Once again, another way that Donald Trump has literally negatively impacted my business. But I'll test it right now. Let me see. Let me see what the tracking says. I want to promote a transgender UFC fighter versus any MAGA contender on June 19th. Ugh, don't embarrass him. Don't embarrass MAGA like that. One says it's delivered. So actually, I'm going to check my mailbox once we get a guest. So that's one package that said it's delivered. What about this package? This one. Oh, that one says delivered too. We're going to wait, but I need to go check my mailbox because apparently they came today. It was telling me it was going to be tomorrow. I heard Grindr broke down at 12:01 a.m. this morning in Tennessee and Mississippi. I haven't seen any reports on that, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Dylan's some weirdo on here. Dylan's the first guest we debated, Taffy. The kid who came up here and said real men vote Republican and have more money and way more and are taller. That's stupid shit. These people don't think before they say things, bro. They just be rambling out anything. Literally anything. Let's knock out the divine fingers, which is such a crazy. You know what? I'll go with that name for this Pride Month. Let's knock out the divine fingers and move on to the next guest. Trump supporters request up in the box or calling the number on screen. Looks like we got someone here. We'll get this conversation started. Southbound, did you vote for Trump?
I did, but I regret it.
Why do you regret it?
Well, it's kind of like he doesn't have good morals, and unfortunately, it took me a while to know that. But I guess I overlooked them in the beginning. I shouldn't have, but it's just been too long of supporting it. So you get to a point where you can't do it anymore.
Is his morals or his policy that turned you away ultimately?
No, his morals, his character.
Okay. You were unfamiliar with who he was before?
Well, no, I said I was. I overlooked it, though.
You overlooked it. So what was the difference between now you regretting your vote and you then voting for him when you overlooked those morals?
What do you mean?
What is the difference between now, with you choosing not to overlook those immoral values anymore, versus when you voted for him, when you were willing to overlook them? What's the difference? What made you change your tune?
Well, it was just a realization of that I can't keep on supporting this. It was just, there wasn't necessarily like a tipping point. It was more of just, just a realization. I mean, I'm going to be 38 soon. I'm not going to be here forever. So I just can't go down supporting something like that.
I think that's a good way to go about it. Do you happen to have children?
I do.
A wife?
Yes.
Did they play any role in influencing you differently?
I'm sure. I mean, I have 2 young kids, so I think wanting them to grow up in a society that is equitable and treats them fair and all of that. So I'm sure all of that played into a factor, definitely.
And what are you doing about it now?
Well, now I think I'm just kind of, figuring out why I did what I did. And then, because I'm sure that type of thinking has, spilled into other areas of my life. So I got to figure out, to put it short, I got to figure out internally, with me of why I did what I did and figure that out. Because it's probably pretty deep. So I got to look into that. But after that...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say after I do that process, elect better leaders, ones who are on our side as a country.
You said something very important that I actually don't get a lot of Trump supporters who do say they regret their vote even mention. And you said that you have to look inward and unpack the things that made you vote for Donald Trump or ignore his lack of moral values. And I think that's something that a lot of people overlook, because it's not enough to say I regret my vote, right? A lot of people regret their vote because of his actions now, because of their wallets and how it's being negatively impacted. Or in some cases, like you said, it just kind of the significance of what he's done and who he is as a person finally weighed on them enough to make them do so. But I think the problem is a lot of people associated with Trump. So if you don't unpack the things that made you vote for someone like Donald Trump, then fast forward to the next rambling, talking, strong appearance, bullshit, but whatever, strong appearance looking Republican man who can just sweep you up again. So I think if you unpack the things that made you go Donald Trump was a decent candidate or anything of that nature, that's how you center yourself and you stop yourself from ever going down that line again, regardless of whose name's behind those characteristics. So that's a super big thing that you're doing. And like you said, electing better leaders, which is what I was going to conclude with here. Some of those leaders are going to be Democratic. I don't know how you feel about Democratic values as a whole. I will be the first to tell you, you don't have to be a Democrat. I vote Democrat. I do identify as a Democrat. I was an independent, and ultimately I'm voting Democrat because I think they're the only ones that seem to have any much of a spine to stand up to Trump and say anything else. But I do know other Republicans who are doing the same. I know some independents on the local level that are doing the same. So in this midterm election, to weakening the powers of this administration come November, vote for every single one of them that do not identify with that ideology.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I voted for Trump. I've always been a Republican, but I'm gonna start. When I do vote for someone, it's gonna be, how does this help out the society at large, and not just being selfish or overlooking other things. I'm gonna have everyone in mind and not just me. So
6,000%.
well, hey man, yeah, it was good. It was good to be up, but you keep on fighting the good fight. Thanks for having me up.
I appreciate you coming up, man. Thank you for your vulnerability. That is real manhood. That is real manhood. W Southbound. W Southbound. That's exactly what I try to look for on a daily basis. Y'all test me though. Oh, I'm so sorry, Anita. Yeah, you said that wrong as hell. I guess they unmuted you. They handle it. Okay. No, you're good, Anita. The only reason I was sending you an invite because I thought you were speaking on behalf of Dylan. But yeah, I got you. All good. All good. Thank you, mods, for taking care of that. I was a Republican until they nominated Donald Trump. Now I'm a Democratic committee woman. Woke and proud. Okay, Christina. Okay, Christina. Love to hear it. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $5 super chat. Happy Pride. Let's give, ooh, I love this. Let's give MAGA the treatment they go to Grindr for. I like that. That's my favorite so far. That's my favorite super chat / donation so far. Let's give MAGA the treatment that they go to Grindr for. I approve this message. W's in the chat to you. And W's in the chat to... Oh, shoot. I'm in the wrong email. I just had it here. W's in the chat to Securitron for the $20 Cash App. Hey, Hector, that's a cool shirt you're wearing. You love my gay shirt? So I got this a few years ago. I'm surprised it even works on me now. But it has like the dragon and Japanese cherry blossoms roots throughout the shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts, bro. It's one of my favorite shirts. So I threw it on really quick because it was pink and rosy and, super masculine. Thank you, Securitron. Appreciate you for your donation. Thank you for the compliment. W's in the chat to y'all. W's in the chat to y'all. Trump supporters request up in the box. You, the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. This platform is for the last guest, actually. It's for individuals who do regret their vote to come up here and express themselves in a safe space where they will get minimal judgment. So if you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this is the place for you to tell us what exactly made you get up off the MAGA plantation. Was it his low moral character? Was it his rising costs of groceries, gas, and everything else? Was it the war in Iran after running off of no new wars? Was it the fact that the alleged fiscally responsible party is now had us, as of, what was it, 2-3 days ago, $39 trillion in debt? And that one man, Donald Trump, the Republican candidates for the last, not two cycles, but 2017, 2021, and 2025 onward, controls almost 30% of our national debt. 30%? Is that the reason why maybe go, oh, he did all of these cuts and we still can't save money? Then what was the point of it? What was the point of making people starve? What was the point of restructuring the regulations surrounding housing, even though it negatively impacted people who were working sometimes one, if not two jobs? What was the point of the government shutdowns? Maybe all those things and more are the reasons why you regret your vote. This live is a safe space for you to come up here and tell us why. Or if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you think he's doing a great job, you think I should have more reasons to support him. That's your job. Come tell me. Request up in the box or call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Tyler says, pretty crazy how you guys can't think for yourself and need to manufacture outrage. I would like for you, because now that you have my attention, I'm going to shut you up. Call in the number on screen and tell me how I'm manufacturing outrage. I don't have to manufacture outrage. People are outraged. Republicans are outraged. Republicans in the House and the Senate, outraged at the $1 billion he's now trying to propose of our taxpaying dollars going into this ballroom. Many Republicans are the ones who are actually speaking out against the $1.7 million, $1.8 billion slush fund that he's going to pay to January 6ers, literal criminals. We don't have to manufacture outrage. You can just look around. Talk to your average Democrat. Talk to your average independent. Talk to the Republicans. Ask them how they feel about the Iran war. Ask them how they feel about their healthcare costs going up. Ask them how they feel about the fact that median household wages has not outpaced inflation. Inflation due to Donald Trump's tariffs predominantly, and then this war. They will tell you. I don't have to manufacture a goddamn thing. You guys are embarrassing. You guys are super duper embarrassing. A steamer can't influence me? That part. Also, how weak do you think we are? You guys act as if Democrats, or those of us on our side of the aisle, or the ones who take Donald Trump's word, literally every single word that he says, as law. You guys will ignore U.S. intelligence, our defense agencies. You'll ignore polling. You'll ignore history. You'll ignore all of those things because Donald Trump said we're doing good. Donald Trump is still saying on a daily basis the economy is thriving. Donald Trump is saying that we're making record amounts of jobs as year over year, unemployment is up as well. Donald Trump is the one who's saying gas prices are down. First and foremost, he said they were down when they hit the average of 410, 420 across the country. And then now he's saying that they're down. You guys are going, he's getting gas prices back down after he jacked them the fuck up. Why are we complimenting a man for getting prices down after he jacked them up and not even back to the amount that was good in 2025? I don't compliment mediocrity. I don't compliment people cleaning up their act, especially if you're just doing it, or better yet, your administration is doing it. Like, what? 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 He jacked them up when Biden was in office too. I mean, the OPEC deal, yeah. Yeah, the OPEC deal did. 6,000%. Reports say he's abandoned the slush fund. I don't know what report that is. Hold on. Do you know something I don't? Oh. Okay. Interesting. Let's go through it. Trump's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund is dead for now. President Donald Trump has paused his $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund, the Justice Department confirmed Monday, at least temporarily, though while the DOJ cast blame on a recent court ruling for the fund ceasing operations, reports suggest the Trump administration is instead backing down amid GOP criticism of the settlement. Emphasis on GOP criticism of the sentiment. The DOJ said Monday it would abide by a recent court ruling that temporarily blocked the $1.776 billion fund, which was created as part of Trump's settlement with the IRS and allows people who feel they've had the judiciary system weaponized against them to seek a payout. This is the part I really want to get to. While the Trump administration blamed the court ruling for its decision to halt the fund, the court did not issue. God bless you. Thank you, Nikki, for the finger hearts. I appreciate you. Divine fingers. Hold on. The court did not issue a ruling that would have made that necessary, as it instead blocked the fund from moving forward temporarily in order to allow court briefs to be filed, but did not make any determination that the fund was unlawful or should be blocked long term. Here's what that means. They didn't do this because of the ruling. The ruling may have played a role. There's bigger reasons. Guys, what does Donald Trump do? What does Donald Trump do every single day? Or every single time his rulings are challenged? What does Donald Trump do every single time his executive orders or whatever is challenged? What does he do? Let's do a quick experiment. What does he do? What does he do? No. Thank you, Scarlett. Appeal. Thank you. Exactly. Appeal. Every single time a court goes after him, he appeals it. He whines, he cries, he appeals it. He takes it up with this court, and if he can, he would take every single thing up to the Supreme Court. Challenge them. Yes, exactly. He challenges it. So you'd have to ask yourself, with this one blow, why would he just give it up? I would argue, this would give me more than enough reason to believe that this has nothing to do with that recent court ruling, because he would just challenge it, or better yet, do it anyway and wait for a higher court to stop it. He did this because even the GOP said this is a fucking terrible look. The pardons were bad enough. Now giving them taxpayer dollars, criminals, people with violent criminal records of messing with kids, beating their wives, selling all kinds of stuff. Those people are going to get taxpayer dollars for weaponization? Yeah, we know the reason. So W's to the American government, who's actually somewhat blocking this man's atrocities. Not to mention, I believe I also saw the ruling that said he has to take his name off the Kennedy Center. I did see that ruling as well. I saw the videos of people literally in lines outside the buildings cheering them, knocking off the letters. That shit was dope. So we are getting some things curbed. Some things. Is it enough? No. Is it a start? Sure. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Kermit, did you vote for Trump?
Royalty, I be the queen of things. I wake up and get it, the dreaming thing. Rolling over in design, Jane, niggas that want me to find a thing. Pushing the nigga, I never lose. The whip in the truck and I ain't gonna treat you fresh me as you.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
Nah.
Why is that?
Because Donald Trump is the best.
The best at
You
what?
know,
Failing?
He rules over. He doesn't. No, he never failed. What are you talking about?
You never failed? I just read a couple failures, actually. Were you not listening?
Name one.
Name one. His slush fund is done away with.
His what?
His slush fund done away with.
Nah, it wasn't.
What?
It wasn't.
It wasn't what?
You're lying.
Who's lying?
You.
I just read it. They announced it today.
Did he say it?
The Trump administration, yes. His Justice Department, yes. They're dropping
Stop
it.
lying. Show me.
The
man.
DOJ.
Show me. See, he's lying. This farm was open to anybody who was weaponized, persecuted.
The Department of Justice disagrees strongly with the decision on the anti-weaponization fund put forth by the United States District Court judge in the Eastern District of Virginia, wherein the court stated,
Call from.
Oh, take her back.
caller, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
All right. 1 second while I finish reading this. Wherein the court stated that under no circumstances may the Department of Justice proceed with the anti-weaponization fund recently established in order to make up for the tremendous abuse, harm, and hate unfairly shown to so many people. This fund was open to anybody who was so weaponized, targeted, or persecuted, whether they were Democrat, Republican, Conservative, Independent, or otherwise. The department will abide by the court's ruling. All right, you said you voted for Donald Trump, ma'am. Do you regret your vote?
No.
And why is that?
Well, as a
No, he didn't run. I dropped him.
Somebody who's
Sorry. Go ahead.
As somebody who was homeless in Seattle for 10 years, I've seen a whole bunch of illegals in the Medicaid system that was creating a lot of backlog. And not only was it creating a lot of backlog for vulnerable Americans, it was exhausting the doctors who could only basically pushing people out. Not even a 10-minute appointment because they had to get to the next person who wasn't even qualified for Medicaid. I've seen illegals have 6 children, especially Muslim women, 6 children on EBT, not even working. I've seen a lot of fraud in the shelters, mostly ran by thugs who've been stealing Social Security checks, and Trump actually made Social Security prevent checks from Social Security being mailed into the shelters because they've been getting stolen. He's also been reducing the amount of illegals in housing, which is taking up space for American homeless. All this stuff, he's actually helping low-income and American homeless, and people aren't even seeing that because a lot of liberals are
We can talk about that
stuck in their houses.
What was the correlation between you being homeless in Seattle and undocumented migrants benefiting from all these programs that they legally can't since 1996? Tell me what that correlation was, because you opened up with being homeless and you went all over the place.
I'm sorry, what was the question? Because I'm telling you something that's
What
been
is the
happening in the
correlation
shelters, and it
between
seems
you
like you were
being
kind of denying
homeless?
that. What was the question?
I didn't deny anything. What was the correlation between you being homeless and your rhetoric that you were spreading on undocumented migrants getting all this stuff?
Because me being homeless, because Medicaid, what is Trump going after? He's going after Medicaid and low-income housing and all the federal funding, right? All these places that are accepting federal funding, including the shelters, correct? That's all connected. All the Medicaid, all the low-income, that's all connected. So
how did
when I
undocumented
said
migrants cause you
that
to
is
be
the
homeless?
connection. I don't know what you're not connecting.
How did undocumented migrants make you homeless?
I didn't say that. I don't know what you heard. You
So what
probably
was the
heard it in
purpose
your
of
own
you
head because you
talking
wanted to,
about?
but I didn't say that. I
What
said
was
I
the
was
point of
homeless.
what was the point
I
of you
said
bringing that
I
up
was
then?
homeless. So the fact, I don't know what you heard, but if you want
You
to
said you were
redo
homeless, and then you went
rewatch
on
it, that's
about
not what I
illegal
said at all.
immigrants benefiting
I
from this and
said that
that.
I was as a homeless person. I never started with whatever you imagine. I said as a homeless person,
That's what I
because
said.
that specific problem affects all low-income Americans. And because I was homeless, I see all that stuff. I've seen people from India, the lady, especially in the women's shelter under the Biden administration, a bunch of people from Africa, and actually India. If you actually notice, there's not a lot of people from India on the street. But under the Biden administration, they started coming in. There was a lady in the shelter who actually came up to me and bragged to me about getting off the plane and never going back in sanctuary cities like Seattle. And so, yeah, a lot of illegals, a lot of
What shelters are federally
undocumented
funded?
migrants are actually in the shelter system.
What
and
shelters
all
are
these
federally
they're
funded?
flooding the, and that is exactly what Trump is.
What shelters are
stopping.
federally funded?
Angeline's, Mary's Place especially. Mary's Place actually hosts women and children illegals. And there are, what's it called? There's young adult shelters. That was a youth center, Orion Center, that actually got closed down. Not got closed down, but got targeted for
YWCA?
inviting. I'm sorry. Did you try and test me? Because I know a lot of shelters' name. It's like you're trying to test me to figure out if I was actually. So I'm just wondering, why do you want to know
the name of the shelters,
what
you
homeless
gave me the
shelters? Like, do you
name.
actually want to know? Was that a test question?
I verify information that I'm being told.
You can't verify my information because that information is private. I can tell
I
you.
ask about your information.
There's no such thing as you verifying it.
I
You're
can
just a
Google a
YouTuber. You
public
can't actually
shelter.
verify anything.
I can Google a public shelter.
Okay, and I told you those shelters. You think they don't exist?
So that's why I just asked the name of it. Are you talking about the YWCA Angeline Center? It's a food bank specifically.
It's Angeline's, and Angeline's is not a food bank.
2024 3rd Avenue, Seattle, Washington?
I can't remember the address, but that sounds about right. 3rd Avenue, yeah, especially the Crackdonos on 3rd Avenue, yeah.
Okay. Let's see, Angeline's Day Center.
So anyways, I don't know why
Here's
you
one
want
for women's
to
homelessness.
go
This is
through
the
all
one you
that.
probably stay to.
So anyways, I answered your
3rd
question.
Avenue.
Trump is actually stopping that from happening, stopping Social Security checks from going into the mail because a lot of thugs who run the shelters steal Social Security checks from the homeless, and they think that they won't tell anyone, which is actually kind of true because a lot of them are very vulnerable, drugged up, mentally ill. They won't even create a fraudulent packet because they're so out in their own world. So a lot of staff actually steal Social Security checks, and Trump actually just last year made it to where they cannot mail Social Security checks and they have to be on the
has nothing to
card.
do with them
So that
receiving
helps
federal
low-income
funding.
Americans. When people say Trump isn't helping low Americans,
Hey ma'am,
he is.
hey ma'am, hey ma'am, hey ma'am.
That-
People
I'm
stealing,
ask- I don't know.
people
You asked me why I
stealing
voted for
Social
Trump, right?
Security
You
checks
asked me why I voted
has
for Trump. That
absolutely
was the
nothing to
question.
do
That was
with
the question.
federal funding being given to undocumented migrants. Also, the Angeline Daycare Center that I'm looking up here does get some federal funding and is not for undocumented migrants. The majority of the funding that you would get there is
it's not
private.
for, but
the
they
rest
will not
of it would
kick
be
them out.
state
They
and
will not
city.
kick them out. And if you want, I can meet you and I'll personally put a camera on me, or maybe you can identify as a female and get in them because I've seen that too. You can easily identify as a female. You can see it for yourself. There'll be a whole bunch of people undocumented. There'd be like a bunch of people, especially under the Biden administration. People
There's
coming
no
in from
shelter.
Africa.
There's no shelter that
pregnant,
limits
pregnant
there's no
also.
shelter that
Have you
limits
been in there?
its
Are
shelter.
you a woman?
There's
you a
no
woman? Have you been
shelter
into the shelter
that
full of women and
limits
children?
its
Are you a woman?
occupation
Are you a woman?
to citizenship.
Do you identify as a woman? Have you been there
There is
personally yourself?
no
Are you able to walk in a woman's shelter?
center that limits their occupation to citizenship. You're complaining about undocumented migrants who can also be women and
you're
need
bashing
shelter.
Somebody, you're bashing a
I'm not
low-income
bashing
American.
you. Who did I bash? How did I bash
Yes,
you?
you are.
How did I bash you?
Because it's like you liberals are like, oh, these poor, vulnerable, homeless people and all that, but you don't really care because you're so.
Ma'am, you said I was
hate.
bashing you. How did I bash you?
You're so full of hate.
How did I bash
that
you?
you don't really actually want to know what goes on in the shelter system. Because if you really wanted to know, you
made
would
a
actually
claim.
consider
How
what
did
I'm
I
saying.
bash
Maybe
you?
go in it yourself.
How did I bash you?
Basically by shrugging it off like it doesn't happen.
How
so
did
why
I?
are you
What did I shrug off?
in denial that it doesn't happen?
What did I shrug off?
There's a lot of
What
places
did I shrug
that
off?
okay.
What did I shrug off?
We're not allowed to hire people unless they know English, but that happens.
What
right?
did I shrug off?
If that happens,
I don't know what
makes
the hell
you
you're
say
talking
that
about.
this
What did
doesn't
I shrug
happen?
off?
There's a lot of things in America that's
Hey
not.
ma'am,
There's
hey ma'am,
drugs,
hey
they're
ma'am,
not
hey
supposed
ma'am,
to be
hey ma'am,
smuggled. That's
hey ma'am.
not supposed
You're doing
to
a bunch
happen.
of yap.
There's a whole bunch
I
of
need you
things
to
that aren't
answer
even supposed
very
to happen, but
specific
it happens.
questions.
So why would you say that this doesn't happen?
I shrugged off nothing that you said. I never said you weren't homeless. I never said that undocumented migrants. Okay, I'm just going to shut you up because you guys can't stop fucking rambling. That's what I thought. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. W's in the chat to Mike for the $5 Venmo. Hector, this lady's voice should come with a fucking trigger warning. I feel like driving my fucking truck off a bridge right now. Please shut her up. W's in the chat to you, Mike. Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to support the platform, please make sure you're hitting up the links in the bio. You may donate directly to the Cash App, PayPals, and Venmos. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. She said she was homeless in Seattle and illegal immigrants, this and that. I said, what is the correlation you're making between you being homeless and undocumented migrants? I'm not. Okay, why did you bring that up? All these different things are happening. Undocumented migrants cannot benefit from any federal program. They're all up in the shelters. Shelters do not determine citizenship before they let you in the shelter. If it's a woman's shelter specifically, the one I just verified, the one you had an issue with me asking questions about, so I can verify what you're saying, in which case if you weren't lying, they were true, such as the name of the shelter, then you'd have no worry. But the shelter takes in all women, including undocumented ones, because they were homeless. And then you get into undocumented migrants stealing Social Security. That's a crime that can be prosecuted under any and every administration. So I don't know what your argument is there. Then you got into all this other rambling, all this bullshit. You guys can't stop yapping, and that's why you're so stupid, because you don't listen to learn, you don't listen to comprehend. You just want to respond. You want to be right, even though you guys are baseless. She took offense by me asking her questions. You're attacking me. That had to be one of the biggest snowflake fucking... You know what, guys? I think Democrats need to get better with their messaging, and I think to some degree we need to start taking on talking points with the right. One of the biggest ones that I think we need to get a hold of, two of the biggest ones, this one's personal to me, masculinity. The left needs to take back masculinity, right? We need to own that shit and what true masculinity looks like. The second thing is snowflakes. I think we need to completely colonize how they use snowflakes, because you guys are fucking sensitive. You guys melted everything. I asked questions and you said, why are you attacking me? Why are you just... That was so... Oh my God, Hector. I'm sorry. Why are you talking to me as if people call into your live stream on a daily basis and lie about things that they've seen and witnessed? Why are you asking me bare minimum questions of things that you can verify? Thank you guys for the follows. Of things that you can verify. Why are you trying to make sure that I'm telling the truth in order to engage in a genuine conversation from human to human? Don't do that. Just believe me, right? That's what the left says. Believe all women. Why don't you just believe me? That was in the chat to Phoenix for the $5 super chat. How dare you fact check her? You were supposed to let her finish reading from her ChatGPT script. That part. You gotta let me get finished through my script, okay? The RNC gave me this script and it's only 3 pages long. You have to give me 7 minutes to knock it all out before you ask me any questions. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Call in the number on screen or request up if you regret your vote. This live is a safe space for you to come up here and express what exactly made you get off the MAGA plantation. Or if you are still on the MAGA plantation, if you still have no problem shucking and jiving for Massa Trump, you may also request up in the box, because I can give you several hundred reasons as to why you should regret your vote. And by several hundred, I mean by several, I mean several. I fucked up my line. Never mind. Don't even worry about it. I thought she was gonna blow an artery, bro. It was just Jesus. There's no way you have a partner. There's no fucking way you have a partner. You yappers, you fucking dudes who just call up in here and go on and on and on and on, can't let people get a word in. There's no way you guys pass the first goddamn date. You take a woman on a date, you ask her a question. So where you from? I'm from here too. And I also moved from here, and I moved from here, and then I moved from this thing, and then I settled here in this place, and I thought it was cool. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why even ask the question? Why even ask the question? Why even ask the question? 32 cats minimum? You know what? I'm not even going to do that. I know some cat ladies. I'm not going to do that to them. I know some fantastic cat ladies. I'm not even going to do that to them. I'm not going to make that correlation between a shit ton of cats and loneliness. I'm not going to do it. Better yet, there's a bunch of people who have cats and they choose to be lonely. There's a lot of real shit. I'm kind of one of them. God bless you. There's a lot of people. Thank you, Valerie, for the fan cat. There's a ton of people who are willingly choose to be like lonely. And I'm talking romantically and even any other factor. They're just choosing to stay by themselves. I'm one of those people. I don't fucking like people. I don't like people. People annoy me. I went out to brunch with a friend of mine, his partner, and his girlfriend, which also means partner, but I'm so used to saying partner now, and a friend of theirs. And the conversation was going great up until these motherfuckers got to talking about the fucking not vaccines and all this other stupid shit. I'm just like, oh my God, this is why I can't stand talking to stupid people. But anyways, Johnny Seabiscuit, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And do you regret your vote?
No.
Why is that?
Because the other candidate was Kamala.
Call from.
I'm back.
To accept, press 1.
Is that your
To
boyfriend?
Send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
No, man. Hey, did you just talk about people not passing a first date and then end it with "you're single"?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, man, I'm just kind of tripping because you guys always say that the right wing is bigoted.
Do you think I can't
but
get a
you
date?
call people pale faces and niggas. Have you even thought
I am a
the
nigga,
Iraq?
yes.
Have you even thought of how that sounds?
I call white people who insult me and slur against me pale faces, yes. And I'm black. I say nigga. I'm sorry that bothers you. I want to go back to your first point. Did you think me saying I choose to be alone means I can't get a date? Is that the correlation that you were making?
I'm thinking. I'm wondering. And then you call people bitches a lot.
Are you a bitch?
No, but I believe that people that are bitches are people that can't control their emotions.
Really?
So when I see you getting all worked up and all that, you know what I mean?
Okay. So let me help you out. I can control my emotions. When have you seen me not be able to control my emotions?
You choose not to.
Yes. Sometimes
That's even worse.
You guys do a lot, and I choose to crash out because I can control when I'm civil and when I tell you guys that your idiot brains are getting fucked by stupid. So I'm well in control of my emotions.
So you guys talk about Trump's decorum and then you mimic it, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
You talk about Trump's decorum and then you mimic it, correct?
God bless
No.
you.
What have I said or done that mimics Donald Trump's decorum or lack of decorum thereof?
The way you speak with people.
Wait. So you can't call nobody names ever, or you're being Trump. Is that what you're going with?
No, I'm saying that these are the things that a lot of voters want to get away from But then I guess this is the new Democratic Party.
Thank you, Secret Society, for the cookies.
This is what they do now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would definitely argue the new portion of the Democratic Party, such as myself, I could identify as a New Testament Democrat. I'm not my ancestors. We don't tolerate as much shit as they used to. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yesterday you had on a show a white guy, and he referred to...
Did you call me yesterday?
You as blacks.
Are you the guy who was complaining that I called him a bitch-ass nigga?
Oh, didn't you hear me say I'm back? You didn't hear that part?
I don't know who you is. It's your voice and your arguments that are sounding real familiar.
So anyway,
You're the dude I spoke to yesterday.
You called a white guy a pale face?
Oh, you mad that I crashed out on you? Because you don't know
I'm not
nothing.
mad at all. If I was mad, I wouldn't have called back. I hung up when you
were pretty mad yesterday.
I ended the call.
You got pretty bad yesterday, I remember. Why are you calling back?
No, I didn't get mad. I ended the call.
What kind of conversation do you expect to have here? What do you want, bro?
My thing is that you guys call a lot of Republicans bigoted, but then you don't listen to the comments that you're making to white people.
What did I say that was bigoted?
You called the white guy a pale face.
Yes, I called the racist who called into my line and referred to us as blacks and called us welfare queens and reduced us to just food stamps and HUD. I call that guy a pale face. I called him a bigot. I called him a degenerate. 6,000%. And you want to know something else, caller? I'd fucking do it again.
Well, I mean, that's fine. That's you. But, I would try to refrain from being a pot calling a kettle black. You know what I mean?
Cool. You have yet to substantiate how I would be a quote-unquote pot calling a kettle black.
Are you not hearing the fact that you call somebody a pale face and you talk about Republicans being racist?
I called a bigot.
I mean, I don't know how any more clear cut I can make.
I called a bigot a pale face. Yes. Said bigot puts general, disgusting, gross stereotypes on the entirety of the black community. And then me calling that person any name somehow equates me to being the pot calling the kettle black. So what would you rather me do? Would you rather me during that whole conversation as he was sitting there talking about how Republicans would have got y'all up off your food stamps, as if the majority of people on food stamps aren't white, and that they would have got you up and working instead of relying on the government and HUD, even though the majority of people in those programs as well also work sometimes 1 or 2 jobs. Would you have preferred me to get down on my knees and sing "We Shall Overcome"?
No, but I would have.
So what would you have me do?
I would have liked Ford to at least say something like, "Hey, come on, man, you calling people pale face?"
Oh no, Ford would have called him worse. I don't know what your issue is. Again, what would you have wanted me to do?
I guess my issue is I want to make sure that white Democrats hear this and that black Democrats remember this also.
Bro, my live is full of white Democrats. What are you talking about? The majority of my audience is white people.
Yeah, and I hope that they can recall this.
Did you need a white friend up here?
I do need a white friend up here. And white friend, before I give you the floor, white friend, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, and I want you to be honest. Okay? It's okay to disagree with me, guys. It's okay to disagree with me. I'm not a superpower. I'm not a huge figure. I'm just a guy who has more followers than you. Put a 1 in the chat if you had an issue with me calling the fucking racist who called in. Don't put the 1 yet. Damn. You don't even know what I said. Put a 1 in the chat if you had an issue with me calling that person a pale face. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't give a fuck. White people. This is only for white people. Put a 1 in the chat, white people, white Democrats, if you had an issue with me calling that bigot a pale face yesterday. Put a 2 in the chat if you're unfazed.
But a lot of white people have a humiliation fetish. So
6,000% correct. Sorry, I had to get my other white friend up in here. Up, 2. I don't know what the fuck 3 means. 2. Waiting on YouTube. 2. So there you go, caller. There's a bunch of white Democrats who understood the context that you're conveniently leaving out of the scenario, which is bigot came for me in my community. I called bigot bad name.
He didn't. I mean, you can twist it around the way you would like to.
What did he say? What did he say to me? 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 Since you know.
He said that he said that he understood where I was coming from when I said that the Democrat Party abandoned black people.
Yeah, he sure did.
And
He said I understood where he's coming from when you blacks talk about Democrats.
Yeah, blacks. No, I mean, I could see if he said
leaving you behind.
I could see
he
if
sure
he
did
said
say
the
that.
N-word.
So a
or
white
something
man,
like that.
after I spoke to you and the clown after you, a white man called in and was trying to argue from the perspective of black people. You're correct.
Okay.
He sure did. And I told him,
what would your
job
what would the
is
white,
to call
what
up
would
here
the white Democratic
and argue with me about Trump supporters regret your vote. You, as a white man, don't get to come up here and argue with me from a black perspective, especially when said black perspective is the minority of black people politically. I don't know if you knew this. You're the minority of black people politically voting for Republicans.
I do know this.
You do know this.
And
okay.
I'm proud
you know
to be a
who would
part
be
of that.
even less qualified than a black person on either side of the aisle to speak on behalf of you? A fucking white man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand why you're trying to defend a white person.
Didn't you have Ford speak for you? Wasn't you inviting Ford into the conversation also?
Yes, Ford speak on behalf of my positions that we both hold.
It's the same thing.
Ford was speaking on behalf of me and the 85% of people who voted for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. And
You
Ford
told one white
was a
guy
part of that
he had
conversation
no
who contributed
standing ground
several
to speak on
aspects to
black
that
people because he was
conversation.
white, and then you told another white guy that was
Because
making
I
your
did
point
not,
that it was fine.
I didn't open up the floor for a white man to speak on behalf of you. I opened up the floor for him. Thank you guys for the follows. I opened up the floor for him to come up here and tell me why he did or did not regret his vote. Not pick up on your conversation. And it seems like that bothered you a little bit. You wanted some extra white aid, and you got mad that I shut him down. And you got mad that he had no other point to argue. Better yet, do you want to
didn't get mad? I ended the call, man. And I think that everybody.
Do you want to benefit from some? Do you want to benefit from some black privilege?
Disrespect and all that. We men first and foremost.
God bless you.
So before I stay on a line
Blacker
with somebody
Toby.
that's gonna cuss me out and do all that, I'll politely end the call.
As you usually do. Yeah. Do you want to benefit from some black privilege?
That's the mature thing to do.
Do you want to benefit from some black privilege?
How old are you, sir?
I'll answer your question if you answer my question. Do you want to benefit
what's
from
that?
some black privilege?
Black privilege?
Yeah.
What's black privilege?
So the offer I'm giving you to benefit from some black privilege is where I'm going to allow you to pick up on the arguments from the white man who I shut down yesterday. That's the black privilege I'm referencing.
You should have had that conversation with him. You overtalked him until you hung up on him.
So you don't want to pick up on the conversation from the white man who was arguing on your behalf? You don't want to do that?
You chose not to.
No, I wasn't going to do that with him. But this is your floor now. You're the black man he was talking about. You're the black man in question. So I'm giving you the opportunity to pick back up from where he left yesterday. Would you like to do that?
It seemed like it ate you up that somebody said, I understand where he's coming from. It seemed like it just ate you up. And I watched.
Yes, because I'm not having these conversations for a previous guy or one guy to go pick up on another guy's arguments unless he's arguing from that perspective, which he could not do because he was white. He could have contributed to your sentiments, but I wasn't going to allow him to have the floor on behalf of black issues, even ones that are Republican.
So as Americans, nobody white can speak on black issues. Like it's just a black issue only for black people. So is that saying that black people are not allowed to speak on white issues?
That doesn't make it valid. That doesn't make it true. And it's quite frankly insulting when you guys have your capes and tokens try to carry your arguments, because ultimately it's all white supremacy, right? Here's what you're understanding. Actually, this is what I'm leaving out this conversation.
Black people speak on white problems?
Your entire position isn't even your position. I hope you know that.
Can black people speak on white issues? Yes or no?
Can black people speak on white issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. And white people can
well,
even
that's
speak
the same
on
thing
black
he was doing,
issues.
just in reverse.
No.
But
speak
anywho,
on is different from speak for. Speak on is different from speak for. Do you understand the difference?
Either way.
Do you understand the difference?
I mean, if you're worried about somebody saying blacks, I mean, we've been called
blacks is
N-words,
insulting. Yes.
Black Americans, African Americans.
And blacks
That's
is
hard for me to keep
also
up
one of
with
those
what
words
title
that's
we want to
insulting.
be called. What would you like to be called, an African American or a Black American?
I'd like to be called what I am. If someone calls in to argue or debate me, my name is Hector Talks with 2 R's right there. You can call me Hector. Don't call me a black. Don't call me a blackie. Don't call me a dark one. Call me Hector Talks. Refer to me as a black person. I'm not a black.
Okay.
I'm a person. Black people.
Okay. Can I don't mean to interrupt. But I think the conversation when you ask about if non-white communities can interrupt in white communities and white issues, yes, white issues affect all communities, regardless of what it is. But me as a white woman in America will not speak on Black issues because me as a white woman cannot experience said issues.
I think people can speak on things that they actually understand. And I think that supersedes race.
Okay, and to this lady that's speaking, do you have any Black friends?
Yes.
You're talking to one right now.
Okay,
I do.
You can't level with them. You don't understand anything that they're going through because you're white.
I can level with.
So you lack empathy.
So as you have made Hector laugh very much, very much, as someone who is in a interracial relationship, I think I have conversations with my partner, but I do not speak on said issues within the community.
I'm the black
because
friend.
because me as a
so does
white
that
woman,
mean because you're white, are you saying that you cannot feel your other half's pain? Or you can't understand the things that he goes through?
I wasn't done responding. I was not done responding to your question. I would like to finish. Thank you. So again, even though I have a lot of friends and I'm in a lot of these spaces, I believe me as a white woman should not be speaking on these issues. I do not speak on these issues. I always make sure there's a form of representation because, again, white issues are everyone's issues. I do not have a right to speak on Black issues, regardless of who I'm with or the friends I have.
Kit, my other white friend.
Now,
you can speak.
The way that it sounds.
Yes, Hector. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir.
Respectful to you, ma'am. But the way that it sounds, it sounds like the Democratic Party is putting whips to you guys.
Ford, he called back. He called back, Ford. The guy from yesterday called back. He had an issue with you speaking on behalf of me, even though we were in unison. It's crazy. Sorry, go ahead, Kit.
No, you're good. I'm just, it's funny to me he's speaking on empathy, but I don't think that you would ever sit there and pretend when I'm talking to you about things, Hector, that you understand my experiences as a person with a uterus or a queer person, right? But you can empathize with me.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And
that's
I
what
would
the
never,
caller
and
was
I would
doing
never
yesterday.
pretend.
And
that's what he was doing.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. And I would never pretend that I can know Hector's experiences as a Black man.
Only thing we heard was his first sentence because Hector spoke over him the whole time. We couldn't hear him.
He literally kept yelling afterwards. You know how he tried to empathize with you? By calling your women welfare queens. You know how he tried to empathize with you? By saying that we were the ones draining the system off of SNAP and everything else. You know how he tried to empathize with you? By saying we don't work and we had to drain the system. We had to do all these things. That's how he was empathizing with you. Did you miss all of those things that he said? Or you have selective hearing?
I went back and watched that show.
You did?
I went back and watched that show.
You went back and watched it?
At least 3 or 4 times.
And you didn't hear none of that?
No, I don't see how you heard any of that when all I could hear was your voice. And I don't see how your caller,
what did he say about Snap?
Your host or whoever heard any of that when all we could hear was your voice.
Sure. What did he say about Snap?
So I think they're just taking your word for it.
Sure. What did he say about Snap?
I mean, you can go back. Matter of fact, you're good at going back and playing stuff. Go back and play it. Go back and play it.
Hey, you did.
Pull it up and play it.
You said you went back and played it. So tell me what he said about Snap and Black people.
I couldn't hear him because you were over talking him, and then you hung up because you were afraid of losing that debate.
So you have issues deciphering 2 different voices. Interesting. But thank you, April.
Anyway, how do you feel? How do you feel about the Democratic Party asking young Black athletes to switch schools or whatever, even though these athletes have worked since some of them are 6, 7 years old, and whichever college they chose to go to and play their sport for was the college of their dream, somehow, I just gotta say, the Democrats are asking an awful dang on lot from their voters.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly
They're
how I
asking
feel
a
about
lot.
it. I'll tell you exactly how I feel about it.
And they're
W's
not
in the chat to
delivering
the
that
190 pen for the $5 super chat. I'm Hector's white friend, and I like that Hector calls out racist. Bot 8475. Shout out to 8475. That's my DNC bot because I get paid by the DNC. Shout out to DNC bot 8475 for your daily donation. Guys, if you would like to help you become a DNC paid bot, you may hit up the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's. And PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 L's and 2 R's. W's in the chat to Phoenix Eye for the $2 super chat. Caller, stop tap dancing. You're embarrassing. I hop online. W's in the chat to Sean for the $5 super chat. I love it when other white guys play the I have a black friend card. Hilarious. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to SXM for the $1.99. How can one call in to speak to a caller? Google Voice has like a paid option to where I can do multi-calls. That's coming in the future. But I don't have that right now. Unfortunately, when it's the caller, we can't do the dual calls. But if you're over on the TikTok side and you have a TikTok account, you can technically talk to the caller if you're a guest on the panel. So that's the only way we have it right now. I'm going to work it around for YouTube to where a caller can do mano and mano as well. We're working on that. Thank you so much for your donation. W's in the chat to you. And W's in the chat to Donald. What's up, Donald? For the $20 PayPal. One of your white Democratic friends saying he's tired of this guest trying to tone police you. This shit is pretty fucking crazy, ain't it? It really is fucking crazy. W's in the chat to you.
I don't think I've ever been asked by someone if I have non-white friends ever in my 24 years on this planet.
Today's the first. W's in the chat to you, Mike, for the $2 Venmo. These stupid motherfuckers are literally walking around all day, stepping on rakes all in their face. Not the rake stepping on. I've seen that shit since a cartoon. W's in the chat to you. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Y'all know what to do if you want to send more. Back to you. So the way I feel about the Black Caucus asking black athletes to refrain, if they can, from taking scholarships from like Southern schools that uphold racism is good. I think there are very different ways that we can fight systemic racism. I think there's very different ways we can fight what's taking place in the South specifically, and that's one hell of a way to do it.
If you had a child that worked his whole life thus far at being an athlete and being good enough to have scholarships and whatnot, would you be asking your child to not attend the school that he dreamed of attending for a political party?
Mean he had to do it.
Also,
here's where you messed up.
For a political party.
Here's where you just messed up. It's not for a political
party.
It's for black people. It's not for a political party. It's for black people.
It's for black people.
Where do where the majority of black people reside?
So why are the black
where the
Republicans
majority
not
of black
asking
people
this?
reside?
Why are the black Republicans not asking this?
Because you niggas don't care about shit. Where do the majority of black people reside?
Where does the majority of black people reside? Like, what are you saying? State, city? What are you saying?
In the United States, where do the majority of black people reside?
I mean, you tell me. I still. Are you saying like in the South or in the North?
That's correct.
What are you saying?
The South. The majority of black people reside in the South. Where did where the majority of black people, or where have the majority of black people been casting their votes since the 60s?
So a political party, building our country up is asking them to not attend the college of your dream because we have an issue going on with the other side right now. You worked hard, you got accepted into that college, but we want you to put that off for us. I mean, you guys are Looney Tunes.
So it's not the Democratic Party that's been asking for what you're saying. You clearly have a comprehension problem. I'll help you out. It's not the Democratic Party that's asking for this. It's black people who also vote Democrat asking them to take a stand and step up against the racist policies that Southern states and Southern universities and otherwise are upholding. And it's frankly, I think it's better than getting beaten over the head when you're sitting in a diner trying to eat a meal. I think it's better than marching, getting shot at your legs. I think it's better than being drowned and shot and dragged across town by carriage buggies and cars and anything else. So based off of what our ancestors have been through, I won't say mine specifically, I'm Caribbean, your ancestors may have been through here in the United States, I think this is the least we can ask them to do.
You Caribbean and you saying nigga this and nigga that and you Caribbean?
Caribbean descent.
You
I was
didn't
born here in
meaning
the United States.
your ancestors didn't even go through slavery. Is that what you're saying?
Literally did. Are you
not
sorry,
American slavery? Is that what you're saying?
Do you think? Well, hold on. Do you think that only black people in the United States went through slavery?
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Do you think that only black people in the United States were called nigga?
Yeah, predominantly. And if that's not the case, then why do you have an issue with white people saying it if it was more than just white people being called?
Are you aware of the sugarcane slave trades in the Caribbean and how the United States played a role in that?
Oh, okay, but so they were not slaves on this land.
Some of them were slaves on this land.
Saying?
Some of them were transferred, but the Caribbean had their own slave trade as well, and they were all also called niggas. Niggas was never exclusive
were they transferred
to African American slaves
on this land.
Are you talking about my ancestors?
Yes, sir.
Some of them, yes. Maybe. Actually, no, I can't answer to that. I can only speak on the Caribbean. I haven't done my lineage in the United States.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. So,
no reason to lie,
it's
nigga.
hella disrespectful for you to even be saying nigga and this and that when your people didn't even go through it. Not over here. Y'all didn't have the lashes on your back.
How is it?
Not over here.
Literally. Okay, so you're basing this off of region. I asked you the question. I'm going to do it again. I need you to actually fucking listen this time. Is being called nigga exclusive to the United States?
Yes.
No.
No, yes, it is.
There's literally
of course we made it popular.
There is
other people started using it, but yes,
to suggest that throughout history
here.
and everything to show that it's been black people everywhere. That word is not exclusively American.
Google it.
Google what? Nigga, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Google where the word
you know what?
nigga originated at. Or the word nigger originated at. Google it.
I want you to Google it. I want you to Google it, and I'll accept the answer. How about that?
So now you don't, because you already know.
I just said. No. Don't worry about that. No. I want you to Google it, and I'll accept the answer.
You want me to Google it?
Yeah.
No problem. Hold on.
Guys, there's over 500 people in here. Can we do a favor? Can we boot the screen share the live, do all the wonderful things? Make sure you guys repost that to your stories. Keep staying engaged, do all the fantastic things. There's a thing that popped up on the screen. Do all the fantastic things over here. BIO has links.
Really quickly, this is the third day this fucker keeps calling in with the same bullshit. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. If you want to support the platform and shut this guy up, there are the links. Hit up the links for the perma ban. Perma ban fund is 100. Thank you for the super chats. They won't count. Hit up the links in the bio for the perma ban. Did you Google it yet?
I did.
What does it say?
By the early 19th century, particularly in the United States, the term transitioned from a color descriptor or neutral classification into a deeply prejudiced, dehumanizing racial epithet intended to enforce the
I'm just waiting for the part. I'm just waiting for the part where you tell me. I'm just waiting for the part where you tell me that was exclusively used on Black Americans. That is, I'm sorry. I know I don't have a comprehension problem. That's not what the fuck you just read. It's a whole lot of words not to substantiate what the fuck you are trying to allege here.
You asked me to Google it, I Googled it, and I read it to you. What more do you want? Just because it didn't fit what you thought it was going to fit.
It didn't prove your point.
You were trying to prove your own point. That's the whole point why Hector asked you to Google it. And it didn't prove what you said.
It didn't say the United States. Let's just cut all that since we're just going to talk about whatever country, the United States. That's what was in the Google.
Thank you, Boop. Thank you, Cassie. Hold for one moment. Oh, shit! I meant to hold it. Nate, you're on the line. Hold for a moment. I didn't mean to hang up. I meant the thing. I'm calling him back. I didn't mean to hang up. I'm fair. I did not mean to hang up. It was an accident. It was an actual accident.
3 times?
3 fucking dimes. 3
This
fucking
guy-
dimes with 2
Also,
days.
real quick,
Hello?
chat says Spanish and Portuguese used it back in 1619 to describe enslaved people.
That is correct. I accidentally
Hello?
hung up the phone. That is my bad. W's in the chat to SXM for the $4.99. Take a look at voting districts, and from that, education budget cuts down to the local level. That is very true. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Phoenix for the, I just lost it, $2 super chat. Shit, we got an FBA on the line. Do you identify as FBA, sir?
You said FBA?
Uh-huh.
I'm not familiar with those acronyms. What was that?
Cool. Don't get familiar with it. No, don't Google that. W's in the chat to Mike for the $1 Venmo. Why are my likes not being registered anymore? I don't know, because the likes have slowed down. TikTok could be glitching. Guys, can we get all 600 of you to tap the screen? Can we get the likes up to 300K, please?
God bless you.
I appreciate you. Thank you, April, for the journey passes. W's in the chat to Callie for the 5 for the hammer. I appreciate you both. Thank you so much. Y'all know what to do. Sorry, sir. So you said that what you said, and it wasn't substantiated by Google. So next move. Floor is yours.
Okay. So because Kamala had 107 days to run for president,
what the fuck did Kamala do to you? What did Kamala Harris do to you?
She didn't have a lot of interviews.
What did she do to you?
At what point do we blame her campaign?
What did Kamala Harris do to you?
Or do we just say, oh, the vote? And then something else you said was that
what did Kamala Harris do to you?
I could have looked on her website or something for the information regarding her policy.
What did Kamala Harris do to you?
I didn't have to look on Trump's website to see his policies, so why should I have to go the extra mile to look for hers?
What did Kamala Harris do to you?
No, she did nothing to me. She's not a president.
It sounds like she did. It sounds like she did, because you got a lot of energy for Kamala Harris. You always want to talk about Kamala Harris.
Because that's normally what we discuss, man. Like I'm just asking why do we blame the voters instead of blaming the campaigns? It's not the voters' fault that she entered the election so late.
W's in the chat.
That's not the voters' fault.
Oh, Mike. Oh, I have a like clicker. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard those tappers kind of stop after a certain amount, or it stops registering those taps after a certain amount. In which case, it just may be a delay. You may have to pause and start it back. But I appreciate you tapping up the screen. Also, I should not said that on the live. They're about to flag my ass. W's in the chat to Amber for the 10. I never want to hear that guy again. I feel you. You got enemies, bro. You know that?
I think we could solely blame the voters for what happened within the 2024 election. We can see the numbers with the exit polls. We can see that. Solely based on her campaign, I think that's up for debate, and that's very subjective when we're having discussions about that. I think the largest issue with the whole campaign would be the argument of how Joe Biden left the way he left. I think he left incorrectly, incompletely, and left her where she was. But I wouldn't solely blame it on the campaign. You have to blame it on everyone surrounding it.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree with that. But who we do not blame for that is the voters. The voters had nothing to do with that.
I have a serious
Do you agree
question
with
for
that,
you.
Mel?
Is it not on the onus of the people to do their research, look at the policies, research what candidate better addresses their issues? Or are we just assuming that everyone just is entitled to be lazy, not do their research, and just vote based on vibes?
Tina, did you mean to get in the request?
I've never had to go to Trump's website to look up his policies. He
didn't have to
explained
go to
them.
Kamala's to go up to her policy. Also, you probably should have went to his website to look up his policies.
You know why you didn't think you had to go to his website to go look at his policies, caller?
Why is that?
Because he makes things so simple for you, and it made your brain feel good to listen to what he said. Donald Trump has one message and one message only. It's to make America great again. He doesn't have policy. He doesn't stand on policies. There's nothing that he has done through this administration that shows any of the things that reflect maybe Project 2025, but you guys don't want to talk about the mandate for leadership because he didn't have a part in it when the actual one of the architects of said mandate for leadership actually said that he was the only person to push that forward. So the only reason why you felt comfortable with what Trump has told you is Trump has been running for office for the last decade? We know what he says. We can
Now,
take
whose
what he
fault is
said.
that?
We all know what
Once
he
again,
says.
is that the voters' fault that
It
he
is the
had so
voters'
much
fault
time to
because
push
you
his?
didn't look deeper.
We
Because
passing
you
the buck off on the
chose.
voters instead of putting the blame where it goes.
Because you chose to not look deeper than the tip of your nose. That's a you problem. That's
Well, I
not a
guess
campaign
me and
problem.
millions of others, because she didn't win. I guess it was more than just me.
Did you know about Kamala Harris's federal price gouging ban?
Hold on, I want her to respond to that because it must have been millions others because she didn't win.
Yeah, 77 million of you, actually. In fact, we're not going to count the GOP nuts. We can talk about the independents who flipped, or even some of the Democrats allegedly that flipped. Millions of you. Answer my question. Did you know about Kamala Harris's price gouging ban?
I did not.
Oh, she
Why
talked
didn't I know
about it
about
every
that?
rally.
Why didn't she explain that? Why
Because
wasn't that? Why wasn't that
you
loud
said
enough?
Donald. You didn't have to go to Donald Trump's website. You heard his rallies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I
Kamala
heard her
Harris
rally
spoke on
too.
that, and you never did. You didn't know about that. You didn't know about her maternal mortality response. You didn't know about what she had planned for women's health care. You didn't know about her $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers.
I did know about that one.
You didn't know about no tax on tips.
But once again, her wording made it very funny when she says new families. Like what do you mean by a new family? Like what does that mean?
That's not how she
Because
worded it.
I have children between the ages of 14 down to 5. So
That's actually not
what's
how
a new
she
family?
worded it. She actually originally worded it next generation. And then because it did confuse some people in her website, she changed it to first time. So you have no clue what you're talking about.
And so she's making all of these changes and everything within
You're
107
not
days.
listening,
You
caller.
guys
Just like
refuse
yesterday,
to.
you are not listening.
That tracks. It sounds like he's not listening at all. Again,
Really quickly, W's in the chat to Securitron for the $20 cash app. People like him make us look bad, man. Don't get me started on that, Securitron. Hop online.
Hey, I come in the Lions Den by myself, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not expecting
Again,
y'all to
you
agree with me.
asked Hector about white people, and of course, you then again, like, you put this on yourself, dude.
Kamala Harris had a $6,000.
Are you fine with the term pale face?
Kamala Harris
I'm not fine with that.
We've already been over this. Kamala Harris had a $6,000 tax credit. $6,000 tax credit for children under the year of 1 year old for new families. You know what that means?
No, explain it.
Anyone who had a child under 1 would have qualified for it. If it was their first child, it would have been a new family. If not, they still would have gotten it because they had a child under 1. So talking about new families was speaking to the next generation, the groups of people who are starting
Okay, so
their
everybody
families.
with a child over 1 year old,
Under
that policy
1.
does not affect, right? Correct?
After the $6,000 for the first year, it went to $3,600 for the rest of them until they're 18, then $3,200, which was more than Donald Trump's tax cut. So it still would have benefited all families, just prioritize the first year of a child's life of having a newborn because of the additional costs you would have for Pampers and cribs and all those other things.
Healthcare, making sure the
Yes.
child is taken care of. And you, again, pivoting back to the pale face comment, I'm not offended by that whatsoever.
Don't
I
entertain
deem-
it. Don't
I'm
entertain
offended
He's
by
trying
it.
to find a
I'm
thing. He's trying to
offended by
pivot.
it
He's
for
trying to
other
fucking
white
pivot.
people.
I
I'm offended by
apologize.
All he
it.
does
I
is
wouldn't want
pivot.
them calling me the N-word, so I would not want to be
even-
disrespecting them,
even-
calling
I
them a
didn't-
racial
fuck,
slur.
I'm sorry,
Just
Hector, I didn't
personally,
mean
I
to-
wouldn't. But each
Hashtag
stay on.
no.
It just shows that you guys are Looney Tune. And Ford yesterday, like when he said,
Ford's
"Hey,"
right
he said something
here,
about.
motherfucker.
He said something about because he was a white man that he's not. I'm just listening to all of it, like. For
Because
the
I'm a
Republican
white
Party
man,
to be
what,
so racist,
motherfucker? I'm
all you
right
guys
here.
talked about was race.
You don't have to speak to me in a third person. I'm right here, motherfucker.
Oh, goodness.
Grow some balls.
Yeah, well, you
and
heard
talk to
me.
right
So go
here,
ahead and
bitch,
respond.
instead of keep calling my name out for the past goddamn hour like you want a girlfriend.
No, you guys support that LGBT stuff, and I'm not.
Happy Pride. Can you say Happy Pride?
Yeah, happy Pride.
I'm right here.
Thank you.
What do you
Appreciate
want?
Hey, speaking of pride, do you guys agree with biological males being in women's sports?
Yes. Yep.
W's in the chat to Phoenix.
None of my
Oh yeah, that says a lot.
W's in the chat to Phoenix for the $5
$5
super chat. I would pay for the chance to talk to this guy. Just say you're misogynist. Yeah, they kind of want to dodge that one. W's in the chat to Miss Donna for the 5 forever to oblivion. PB, thank you so much, Miss Donna. Hope you're doing well, Miss Donna. I appreciate your support. W's in the chat to Dean for the $5 Venmo. I can't take this. You think I fucking can, Dean?
If he's called a third time, I don't know.
W's in the chat to y'all. 54 more.
I just need to make this announcement really quick. It is not Gay Pride Month. It's Queer Wrath. We're mad. Okay, this stuff is some bullshit. It is Queer Wrath Month. Thank you very much.
It's just so silly because like
do you think that it's fair? Do you let me because I guess you guys like anything.
No, what your question
do you think
is?
that
I promise you,
fair
I've
for
heard
biological men to be in women's
I've heard it
sports?
1,000 times. So let me educate you on what you're actually asking, because every single sports organization,
biological men, people that were born as men.
Oh my God! Can I answer you?
Sports?
Can I answer you? Can I answer?
Everyone's
or do you just want to keep saying the same thing? Thank you. All right. Now that I can go back to a normal tone, what you're talking about is sports facilities who all have regulations on trans athletes, meaning that they need to be on HRT or hormone replacement therapy for 3 to 4 years before they can compete within the sport that they identify with as their gender identity. Therefore, what happens with that is that with trans women, a lot of muscle mass falls, they lose bone density, they start to mirror cis women. Of all the studies that have been conducted, the only thing that trans women maintain is hand grip strength. That's it. So when you sit here and you ask me, can this person compete in women's sports? What does height have to do?
Does the hormone medicine they take, does it change their height?
Are there not 6 foot tall cis women? Are there not 6 foot 3 cis women?
I didn't ask you that. What I asked you was does it change their height?
I'm asking you because you're acting like women can't be tall.
You don't want to answer the question.
You're acting like women can't be tall and men can't be short.
No, what I'm saying is I don't want to see LeBron playing in the WNBA. That's what I'm saying.
So you think that tall women aren't in basketball already?
First off, LeBron is a man. LeBron would never try to play in the WNBA.
And so was everybody. He was born a man, the same as a lot of people.
I'm going to start counting these. W's in the chat to Wesley for the $10 super chat. As the whitest mayonnaise-looking human, call me literally anything. I won't even do that. It doesn't mean anything to me because I am still white, which confers certain unearthed benefits in life. Love y'all. Thank you so much, Wesley. I appreciate your support. WCU. You know what? I'm going to count these last few too. Go ahead.
I believe that we're talking about. I can't believe we're talking about 8 athletes, a total of 8 athletes out of 566,000.
Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, bye.
That wasn't him. That was the
one that was on hold.
I mean, we're talking about. I mean, what were you talking?
So
when you said 8 athletes, are you talking about basketball?
Yes.
Are you talking about
At
boxing?
college
What are we
level,
talking about?
Listen. At college level, the president of the NCAA went on a congressional hearing, and they talked to him how many athletes they had total. He said 566,000. They said how many of those are within the transgender community, are those that are transgendering and have followed the NCAA rules and the rules set up by the federal government and by the representatives. They said 8.
All right, does that go for boxing, the UFC, other sports also, or are we just talking about college?
Single.
Yeah, actually,
are we just talking about college?
No.
You said NCAA. That's college.
Yes, 8 total.
College.
There are fewer.
We're not talking about the biological man that went and fought in the UFC as girls.
There are fewer than 100 trans athletes worldwide.
Does that make it okay? So
yes.
That's like saying, "Hey, we only got a couple murderers running around." Is that make
it?
That make murderers okay?
Excuse the fuck out of you!
Saying we got one dumb fuck.
No.
I'm just asking. I'm asking. With Joe, because it's only a few of them, it's okay.
Oh no! How did you? Thank you. You know what? I don't know how the fuck you think you have the audacity to sit here and compare trans people to people that are taking other people's lives. I don't give a fuck. You're rude as fuck. And you're comparing a marginalized group to people who commit violence against others, which is wild. Wild. I would really suggest therapy. More people need it, specifically men. Men really need therapy. I would really recommend you look into that. Please and thank you. And maybe stop hating a group because Trump spent millions of dollars to make trans people the newest scapegoat. Maybe do that. Maybe figure it the fuck out. Sorry.
Tell you what.
3 times?
Let me read these last few, and then we actually have to go raid Ari. So I'm co-hosting with Ari. She just started her live, and we are a little bit overdue. So let me make this really quickly. W's in the chat to Jen for the $5 super chat. Happy Queer Wrath. Let's go. Happy Queer Wrath. Let's go. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. Can I get one of my moms to go over and tell Ari I'm coming, please? Can I get?
I got
somebody?
you.
Thank
I'll
you
drop.
so much. W's in the chat to. Thank y'all for the follows. W's in the chat to Just Devin for the $5 super chat. Only time people like the caller care about women's sports is to spew transphobia. Otherwise, they consider women's sports to be a joke. That part. W's in the chat to you. They can't name a single women's athlete. W's in the chat to Wesley Pillow for the... Well, they can, the trans ones. W's in the chat to Wesley Pillow for the $2 super chat. Brittany Griner is the same height as LeBron. He didn't fucking know that. W's in the chat to Whitney for the $10 Venmo. Hey, as a woman who is competitive and plays sports, I don't give a fuck. So keep your small testicle feelings to yourself. That part. W's in the chat to Jotson Tittles for the $5 Venmo. He doesn't listen, he can't comprehend, and he doesn't know anything. He's too stupid to know he's stupid, and we all are victims of this caller's stupidity. So I'm giving y'all a RE discount, a pre-RE, y'all are awesome discount. I don't know if we hit it. I'm pretty sure we got close, or we did. I don't give a fuck. He's blocked. He won't be calling in here again. We're done with that. Dude, call back again for the same shit. All right, so let me set this up to raid Ari over on the YouTube side. Kit, Ford, please take a moment to do your final thoughts. Thank you guys so much for coming up. Make sure you're gifting to both of them, guys. Final thoughts, top down. Start with you, Ford.
Yeah, I just came up here because I was in a chat listening for 25 minutes for that guy talking about me like he didn't hear a goddamn word that I was saying, even though he agreed with like the majority of what we're actually talking about when we were talking about low poverty rates and we were talking about other topics. And then he comes on here and acts like he can just act like the conversation never existed. It's proven fact right there that guy has a mental disorder and cannot, for one, he can't read for shit. I mean, I swear to God, when he was reading the AI summary, I was about ready to fall asleep because of one paragraph turned into a 3-minute fucking conversation. By the way, just for anybody in the chat that was wanting to know, the original word came from 1619 from the Spanish and Portuguese that actually just said the word for enslavement. It wasn't for just anybody. It was anybody that was enslaved. This is basic history of people just fucking read.
6,000%. And that's one of the biggest problems in this goddamn country.
Y'all don't read.
Kit, final thoughts?
Yeah, can I get some Arms of the Angel here, Hector?
Some what?
I'm kidding. I was saying Arms of the Angel. I'm kidding. I do want to do this PSA, though, and I'm going to try to do it real calm because I know that white, fragile men specifically, but just men in general, get really triggered by queer people. It's okay. You all can be masculine, and other people going from male to being a woman does not make your masculinity any less significant. We can't stand you just the same. Okay? Okay. Happy Queer Wrath. Love you all. Bye.
Olive, final thoughts?
Egg.
Oh my God.
No, happy Pride Month, and friendly reminder, it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you are a man and you need therapy, because you all do, everyone needs therapy, make sure you go seek therapy. But I really hope if I ever get your phone number one day, Hector, you just put my name in there as Egg.
Oh my God.
That'd be okay with that.
Guys, we are going to go raid mermaid.ari. I'm going to drop you guys down so I can actually pin it. Mermaid.ari. That's where I'm going to be co-hosting tonight. Those of you over on the YouTube side, I already have the live set to redirect you to her, where you will see us both. So don't worry, you just stick around. The second I end it, it's going to automatically take you there, which is going to be now. And we are late. Thank you guys so much for your likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, super chats, super stickers, and memberships. I will catch you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. We gotta go. But you can see more of me with Ari. Please make sure when you go over there that you send